Pay less for less, and a good deal. It's just less. But when you pay less and you get more, that's a good deal. And that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's always been the same price since it started, back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Straightforward, always. Finding the same place you've always found straightforward prices.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. And now plan is starting at just $25 a month, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
I gotta let you know a little something. There's a store that's actually a club. With prices so good, you'll feel like a legend. Nice one, Alex. The value runs deep here. The community runs deeper. Come join us. Sam's Club. Turn up your summer with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea fans with a smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. Simply Safe does more than just alert. We stop crime before it starts.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. You're being monitored and recorded. I'm requesting police dispatch.
Using AI alerts, U.S.-based live agents help deter break-ins.
We're good.
Simply Safe. No long-term contracts. Monitoring and deterrence plans starting around $1 a day.
Check. All right. Hello. All right, good. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're watching this from. This is Chase fan number 9 here. Welcome to my third and final live stream of the weekend. Today, the NASCAR Cup Series makes its return to Chicagoland Speedway for the eero 400. This race is your typical 200. This race is going to be your typical 267 lap, 400 mile NASCAR Cup Series race. Man, feels so good to have the Cup Series back at this track after a 7-year hiatus. The last time we were at this track, Alex Bowman scored his first Cup win. He scored a few more wins since then. As a matter of fact, his last Cup win came in Chicago, but not on the Speedway, but rather the Chicago Street Course. So yeah, Chicago's been good to Alex Bowman as of late. Where's Bowman start? He starts 12th, which is not bad, but he has to go through Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson, who are on the front row. Chris Buescher will start 12th, and Brad Keselowski start 4th. Yeah, the Fords definitely need to catch up with Chevy and Toyota, that's for sure. Because Ford, they only have one win this season. Ryan Blaney in Phoenix earlier this year, so yeah, it's only a matter of time before one of them wins again. In other things, Bubba Wallace is rocking a cool Space Jam Upper Deck Cards paint scheme, starting 8th, which my boy Chase Elliott starts 9th, and William Byron starts 10th. AJ Allmendinger starts 11th. Tyler Reddick starts 13th. The former winners in this race are Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman. Who else? I don't think Joey's won at Chicagoland before. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, those are like the only former winners in this race. Who else was I going to talk about? Daniel Suarez starts 26. Ty Dillon's making his 300th Cup start today. Corey Hyman, his first race since winning at San Diego a few weeks ago, starts 28th, starts deep. SVG starts 30th. Hope he can continue his good runs on ovals. Hope he can score another oval top 10 finish today, I hope. Josh Bear starts 34th. And then back here, you got Austin Hill, J.J. Ely, Cody Ware, and Michael McDowell. And then Connor Zill is fresh off that top 10 last week, starts 21st. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the first NASCAR race at Chicagoland in the next gen car. Just so you folks know. Stage 1 is 80 laps, stage 2 is 85 laps, and the final stage is 102 laps. I hope we can see some long green flag runs and see some pit stops play out. But of course, as always, there's going to be cautions. And I hope that we can get this whole race in, because I know NASCAR wants to remain committed to doing that. And yeah, keep your fingers crossed. I do have the voting poll up. The drivers I picked are Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Alex Bowman. Make sure to put your picks in. There's this commercial.
What's it Skechers Elite Athletes, OG and Anodi, including Skechers High Performance Basketball Sneakers? It's made history. Get championship level performance in Skechers basketball. When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breastfeed, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breastfeed won't replace a respiratory inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breastfeed. At least Safe Life can come to you for free. They can come to me for free.
That's right. Safe Light can come to you for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want at no additional cost. For free local service, go to safelight.com.
Welcome to NASCAR Cup Series racing at Chicagoland Speedway here on TNT. And the eero 400 is a sellout crowd here. Crowd represented 31 countries and all 50 states to see some driver go to victory lane tonight here in this race.
Oh yeah, it is different.
For pre-race ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as members from Blue Star families unfurl the American flag and the America 250 flag in honor of Independence Day weekend. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Vice President of Mission and Ministry at UChicago Medicine, Advent Health, David Oseguera.
Gracious God, we want to thank you so much today for the 250 years of freedom you've given us as a country. And we thank you for those who have sacrificed and paid the ultimate price. Today we ask for the protection over every driver, every crew, and every fan that is here. And we ask that your spirit would reverberate through these drivers as they get ready to go supersonic around this track and bring us all home safely. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Navy Band, Great Lakes musician Petty Officer 3rd Class Bobby Davola.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's priceless we ruthless stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night.
Yeah, TNT, just like Prime. Yeah, their coverage has been spot on this year. You know, those helicopters. Also, see that they got an IKEA over there too. There's eero. All right, prayer ceremonies have begun. By the way, I probably said sorry, but I'll say again. I hope you all had a good July 4th yesterday. Mine was pretty relaxed. I live in a court, so everyone in the houses near where I live, we're all shooting off fireworks. They're shooting them off all the way until about between midnight and 1 a.m. Then after that, the fireworks stopped. There are some people who just sleep through it, but I'm just used to it at this point. We went out earlier, and man, everyone cleaned up after themselves, meaning they didn't leave their firework trash out there. The fireworks I did buy, my mom has them in a bucket of water outside because they're obviously still freshly hot. They're still hot after being set off, so you have to let them sit for overnight. In other places, they be shooting off. There's people who shoot off sane fireworks, but there's some that shoot off illegal. Yeah, it's no surprise there are illegal fireworks going off as usual, but not honestly. I mean, law enforcement they can't get every single legal firework out there. I mean, actually, you know what? They could. They just need to. They also have to trace where it's coming from. So yeah. Also, I saw a video of these live streamers in Southern California in the LA area. They stupidly decided to set off illegal ass fireworks and they caused a bushfire. Oops. Yeah, yeah. In any big city, there's no way you can fly over a big city anywhere in the United States and not see illegal fireworks going off.
This summer, give it your all with Xfinity Mobile. With the best mobile coverage with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots and 5G where you need it. So you'll never miss a moment of the action wherever you are. Cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Xfinity. Imagine that. At Chase Chevrolet, red wasn't true means we never charge you for work. We don't. We don't just service Chevrolet. We service all GM models. 99 Chevrolet. We're on speed drive videos. Chevrolet.
Also, with that said, um, I figured throughout the stream, starting now, I might as well show you some of the stuff I got signed at Sonoma last week. Cause I'm sure you might as well be interested in it. Start off with the first one. I got my Carson host of our car signed. Well, I got the box sign. Yeah, he signed with a silver marker. So that's pretty cool.
Since 2019,
tonight, it's the eero 400. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody, with all former Dan Earnhardt Jr. I'm Adam Alexander. Our crew chief Steve Letard joins us in a moment. Let's talk about this racetrack. It's great to be back, but boy, it is a challenge for all these drivers and teams, Dale.
Yeah, it's kind of wore out the surface, but the biggest challenge are going to be the bumps. And the drivers knew this coming in to this race this weekend.
And also, I got my Jamie McMurray card signed, which is pretty cool.
They installed a pedestrian tunnel under the track years ago. It's a huge bump. It's almost like driving up a set of stairs going into turn one. We saw a lot of issues in qualifying there. And then over in turn 3 and 4, there's a tunnel underneath the middle of the corner. And you can see the scrapes in the asphalt where the cars are digging into the racing surface as they go across this bump. It's very violent. A lot of the drivers really complain about issues. There were issues some had in qualifying. They'll have that again tonight. And if this race gets faster, as it gets later in the night.
Also, obviously, it's 4th of July weekend, so it's obviously hard not to notice that a good handful of the drivers in this field today have patriotic themed paint schemes.
It's very difficult to get so far inboard to be able to get low enough and not go to the top of that or miss it outright or end up in the grass.
And Steve's going to
We're falling to 3D. So I see three days Grace has been on a tour, the Alien Nation tour.
when it comes to competing on mile-and-a-half tracks in NASCAR. Let's go downstairs now and get the command of fire engines.
Chicagoland Speedway, here to get the command of fire engines.
What's his name?
Motorsports. Please welcome
Yes, sir.
selling country music duo, Locale. Chicagoland makes some noise! Are you ready to race? Happy 250 America! God bless our military! God bless the USA!
Well,
Gentlemen, start your engine!
I like it. We are ready to rock in the Windy City on TNT.
all right, command has been fired to start the engine.
Let's go places. And by the incredible one, NASCAR, American Sports Car.
Oh yeah, I got this at Sonoma too. It's Kyle Busch's Cheddar's car. This is the first Kyle Busch diecast I've got since his passing. Overall, it's a pretty cool car. Looks pretty nice. I wasn't really digging it before, but as of late, I have started to appreciate it more. Obviously, the last Kyle Busch is a former winner at Chicagoland. He won there in 2008 and 2018. 2018, we all know him for the infamous slide job that Kyle Larson put on him before Kyle Busch punted him out of the way for the win. Kyle's bummed out about that coming from a Larson fan's point of view, but you know what? Looking back on it now, it's just another piece of Chicagoland Speedway history. That's all I see it as.
I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with the Cars
Treatment for wet AMD and diabetic macular Ask your retina specialist about Lorenzo.
Pay less for less ain't a good deal. And when you pay less and you get more, that's total wireless. Straight talks for the same price as the 2000 straightforward.
Wrap your feet in hands-free Close Fit Skechers slippers.
Harbor Freight Tools are working hard in real garages across America. Like Nico's one-man shop in Illinois. He demands affordable tools that don't quit because he never quits until the job's done. Harbor Freight, built for tool people.
James? Hello, Wendy. ¿Pronto gusta la bikini?
Yeah, great. What did Trendler pull this time? Oh my God. Jesus Christ, man. Damn, they got two lanes in both directions.
Qualifying happened here yesterday, so I feel like as we reveal the starting grid, we should bring back the Bulls theme music here since we're in Chicago. Front row, a couple of good ones that can handle the fourth pole of the year next to Kyle Larson. He is so good on the mile and a half. A bit of a teammate theme when you look at the top 10. Row 2, all about RFK. Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski getting their best starts of the year. Row 3 from Joe Gibbs Racing. Ty Gibbs, Christopher
Yeah.
Bell.
What's the theme song? With
California. Row 4, Chase Briscoe.
You know the song?
That song,
Yeah.
it's called Sirius. Alan Parsons. They play that song before Eye in the Sky.
And in row 6, AJ Allmendinger next to Alex Bowman. Won the last time we came to Chicagoland in 2019. Let's hear from Marty Snyder. What's going on, Marty?
Afternoon, Adam. Kind of fired up hearing that Bulls music a moment ago, but it's time for what feels like a weekly health update with Christopher Bell after breaking that left wrist at Michigan a few weeks ago. The development this week is that the cast is now off. Bell is in a splint, but as he told me yesterday, it doesn't really feel any different inside the car. He has no mobility with that left wrist, and it's, quote, still funky to drive the car. But remember what Bell did last week. So up through the field, finished fifth at Sonoma, an incredible performance. Steve Pickton, we'll see if Bell can deliver today.
Continuing the starting grid at row 7, you have 45 of Tyler Reddick driving the Jordan Brand Toyota alongside the 12 of Brian Blaney and the Mars Dutch going forward. Back in row 8, the 77 of Carson Hocevar and the Zimmerman Group Chevrolet.
I don't want one driver I don't want to sleep on is the RFK Fords are ones I don't want to sleep on, especially Chris Buescher.
Row 10, Ross Chastain and the number 1 Busch Light Flavor Showdown Chevrolet. Berlin, Connecticut's Ryan Priest at number 60. And then row 11, Connor Zillage, the Red Bull Chevrolet. And driver Michigan, Eric Jones, in the 43. And then row 2 of Austin Singer, the BP24, 47. Brett Steenhouse Jr., the Highline Aviation Chevrolet. Let's get down to Danielle for more. Tyler Reddick.
Denny Hamlin is our points here for the first time this season, and Tyler Reddick is only 1 point behind him. This is an intense battle. Who wants the regular season championship more, which is 8 races left in the regular season? Tyler said, I'm not losing any sleep over this battle. The only time I lose sleep is when my kids wake me up in the middle of the night. But he did say it was a fun battle. Billy Scott, crew chief, said the same thing. He said, guys, we have the same cars, we share all the same data, so it's going to come down to who wants it more and who can execute down the stretch. He said, this is a pressure cooker, no doubt, and Denny has a slight advantage at the start of this race. He's on the pole. We qualified 13th. We don't want him to get too many more stage points than we have.
Thank you, Danielle. Continuing with the grid in row 13, here is Chevrolet's Austin Dillon from RCR and David Suarez from Spire. Row 14, Ty Dillon and Corey Hine. Looking back to row 15, Ty Dillon next to last week's winner out in Sonoma, Shane Van Gisberg. Back in row 16, a pair of Fords, we have Joey Logano and Phil Gregson. Row 17, Cole and Josh Berry. Back row 18, we have Austin Hill and J.J. Haley. And then row 19, Cody Ware. And the 71 is Michael McDowell, who did not get the big qualify on the 10th. Shannon.
Thank you so much. All right, let's talk about three-time Cup Series champion Joe.
The 66 of for MBM Motorsports, or Garage 66 as it's called, entered into this race, but they couldn't get any sponsorship, so they chose to withdraw for today. It was supposed to be 39 cars, but now it's been downgraded to 38.
It's been a head scratcher for driver 22 in 2026. And tonight we moved around to the in-season challenge. Some really good matchups. When you look at the Sweet 16 for more, we welcome in Mamba Smith. How's your bracket doing, Mamba? Mine is not good, boys. Mine is in the trash already. Happy NASCAR Sunday on a beautiful patriotic weekend. I'm right beside Ty Gibbs, our in-season challenge champion from last year, looking to go back-to-back and get another $1 million. But he's going to have to go through his teammate, Chase Briscoe, who's coming to form the 19 car, starting to make his way back up the points and showing a lot of speed. Now, talking about coming to form, Team Hendrick. We have not seen them be dominant as we're used to, but we have 2 of them in this week's challenge. 5 of Kyle Larson, 24 of William Byron. 200 cars will enter. 1 can leave and have a chance at $1 million. Boys, it's great when all the team cars advance. It's bad when they go head-to-head. You know, someone is going to be eliminated. Let's look now at our race analysis.
Yeah, 267 laps, broken up into stages, 80 laps, then 85 laps, then 102. They can run about 65 to 70 on fuel. They probably will not. They'll break the stages up pretty well in the middle with 8 sets of tires. Surprisingly, the tires not wearing like we think on the old pavement, but we'll just have to
I mean, the drivers, as far as these first 2 stages are concerned, they could split the stage and pit like between lap 35 and 50. Also, about half of the drivers in this field have never started a race at Chicagoland, like SVG, Connor Zilish. I don't think Reddick has started a race at Chicagoland before.
Going to be entertaining tonight. Let's go 5 radio as we anticipate the green flag.
Afternoon, Chicagoland. Man, it's awesome to be back, especially on this 4th of July weekend. Happy birthday, America. I was just told today was a sellout, which is really cool. Some of you are still trickling in. Hopefully the parking lot's not too bad. Thanks for coming it out. Flying deep, we got 400.
All right. Time to get this thing underway. All right. Here we go. Pace car heads to pit road. Denny Hamlin's going to lead them to the green. Here we go. It's time to bring the action. We are racing at Chicagoland Speedway. Here we go. Oh, spin. It's Ryan Priest, and I think hard into the inside wall. It's Connor Zilish. Wow. Yep, Zilish is wrecked already. Fuck me. Not even 2 laps in and we're already... Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
These incidents are happening in lap 1, lap 2 of the race. So Connor on the inside here, right against the bottom of the racetrack, frees up high a little bit. And a lot of 3-wide action right there. A little.
Yeah, Ryan Priest got hit from behind, and Zilish was just trying to avoid him, and Bam. Couldn't tell who that was.
Makes contact with the 88, sends him out. Let's see who that is that gets in the wall. Looks like the raid car. John Hernucci squeezes somebody.
That's not him. It was that looked like Eric Jones. Unfortunately. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
I think about Zillich this weekend doing double duty. Started on the pole in the O'Reilly race last night. Wins the opening stage. Then has a fuel problem, had a tire issue, had spun out. Ended up finishing 10th, but over before it starts tonight as he makes hard contact with that inside wall. Right with Eric Jones.
Yeah, it was Eric Jones. Jesus Christ.
Squeezed into the wall by John Hernucci. So sent out from the right side damage. Right with center here. 43 gets in the back. Chris turns him around. I love Chris when they move to the left. He gets made into the back.
150 Autosport from the S14.
What's up, Danielle?
Right now, Connor Zilich's crew chief, Brandon Burnett, was asking if they could get on the DVB clock and try to get it fixed. And Connor said, man, I can't get my wheel to turn anywhere. I'm not sure we're going to be able to fix this thing. So obviously, Connor Zilich is going to be done for the day, Marty.
Danielle, Ryan Priest getting stuck on the track trying to get the tow truck to pick him up as well with the flat front tires. He said nothing like us going forward wide on lap one. So kind of frustrated with what happened for Ryan Priest. And remember, Adam, this is the team that's 15th in the chase standings as he limps his way back to pit road, just plus 13 above the cut line. So an early setback for the 60 bunch.
So the 60, because he's being towed, we take it to the garage or put the tires on, he'll probably continue. The 88 can make repairs. Obviously, they'll cost him a ton of laps.
I'm not entirely sure if
Aggressive lap one. And we have our first yellow as a lap. Zilich, Ryan Priest ball. We're coming back.
Here we go. That's right.
Yeah. For free.
I think
That's right.
For me, green flag land.
So you can get your
I
windshield
think I'm
fixed
actually
anywhere you
behind.
want.
I think I'm
And
actually
there's
behind you.
for free local service.
Oh, you already got a wreck.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm still it.
Ladies and
I'm
Wayne,
still
Big 6 for
in the ready wreck.
$19.99. Therefore, the ladies are moving to content.
Not even on lap.
Hey, right, it's
Yep, there it is.
Oh, too spicy, too spicy.
Yep, there it
Big
is.
6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
What is going on with Connor Zilich?
Red, white, and huge savings are ready during the Rosa Automobile's 4th of July sales event going on now. Choose from over 21 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily. Our friendly, dedicated staff will help you find the perfect ride to fit your style and budget with savings as big as the selection. Whether it's a sleek sedan, a rugged SUV, or a powerful truck, discover Northern California's largest selection of vehicles at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Car crash? When we take your case, we expect to win. And so should you. No one else can say they're the heavy hitters.
And no one else
A
has
couple guys got in the bump. I think, yeah, a
That
couple guys
experience
got
helps us.
Win.
hit the wall
We
up the
win.
first corner. I think it was
We win.
Jones
We're
that
in car
actually
wrecks.
left him down
We
the left
win.
rear.
Car crashes.
We win. Why do we win? Because we're the Curtis Legal Group. Your heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters on the way to go. Call 1-800-430-8080.
So it could be worse. You could have a 10-3 lead and nearly blow it in the bottom of the ninth inning. That's how life has been going. That's how life has been for as much man. To be honest with you, I think Alex Bowman's seat is secured for another year no matter what now.
I mean, Bowman,
I've been doing chat. Tonight, for the first time since 2019, the first time so excited for this race tonight. I'm so excited. So excited for this race tonight. I know they recently had the tire test. And I understand also it's not with the 750 horsepower package without the diffuser in the back. Kind of wish that this race would have been the first test with that. But regardless, I have good faith that we are going to be in for a really good race here today, here for tonight, per se. Right now, 6 p.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, we could literally possibly have another Kentucky 2011 situation on our hands. In terms of traffic and the parking and everything. I know it's been raining a lot also in Joliet. There have been a few storms that have been rolling through for pretty intense. And a big Chicagoland over the past couple of days. And, yeah, it's created a lot of problems. Really hopefully they get this sorted out soon. Hopefully they get the situation fixed. I do, however, still see stands are still, they're still trying to pack it in. I mean, I know it was announced that the race is officially sold out. But we'll see if it actually gets to that point where some fans might inevitably, if they're possibly not going to make it to the traffic, they're probably going to make the turnaround and start heading back. So that's why usually whenever I go to a race on what hopes to be a pretty good race here today. Tonight,
inside lane, boy, what a jump we got at the initial start.
Basically going Dayton tonight. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
So Zachary Jones got into the back of Ryan Preece, and Zilla's trying to avoid him. Smashed into the inside wall, nowhere to go. Anyways, we're about to get this race restarted. On lap 6, here we go. Let's try this again. Yeah, Ryan Preece is back in the race, but Zilish is behind the wall. Zilish their team can still technically make repairs and make up for lost time. All right, Larson going to the point. And Chris Buescher's coming with him. All right, 4 wide.
Teammates in that mix. You talk about Reddick, Bubba Wallace there in the 23.
It's been a wild week. It has been a wild week. James Russell, I'm about to get that right now. In case you guys have not already seen, on Monday, it finally happened.
All the way around a turn.
First moving through trailer. First teaser trailer. Drops.
All right, Michael Gausser just passed through.
I know for a lot of diehard Anchorage fans, they were not pleased. They were not pleased at all with that first teaser trailer. Now, it's understandable why. Because Romeo has made so many questionable decisions. Nearly a decade now. It's understandable why there was so much frustration within this fan base. And with this trip.
Wait, if we go any further, we'll die, right?
This season on Movie.
Just forget about the first 2 Anchorage movies and just how great they were. Just for the sake of
4 wide, going to turn 1 and 2. Elliott on the high side, but yeah, running 9th right now.
We know this third one could very well once again be that. But I will say this. We've only got to see 2 minutes of roughly 90. Only 2 minutes of roughly 90. Still don't know who the villain is. Still don't know what the bigger plot could potentially be. We do know Mighty Eagle, Leonard, they're both apparently going to be returning, even though Peter Dinklage and Bill Hader, they're not on the actor list. I mean, we'll see if they're possibly going to get the voice actor list. All right, Jones, the driver that has crept into this chase picture. All that good stuff. The gameplay side of this week. Well, Johnson already has it. There's going to be an 11th anniversary network on Monday, so probably know them. Yeah, and then I can
Is the battle for second heats up. Busher's got it in 17. Denny Hamlin right there.
Get on Larson with the lead. Yep, apparently LeBron can potentially go. Literally it's any team, but apparently according to Richard Wall, he has a few teams What did that include? Philadelphia 76ers. In my opinion, they probably are winning this off. They hold on. Brown and all it costs.
Trying to be defensive here, Adam. Just trying to really kind of use the 17 as to where he needs to go for clean air, and it presents this opportunity for him to get side by side.
Just a little hesitation at the moment, and you get that dirty air, and it opens the door for the driver behind him. Hamlin right there. Good start to the race. Christopher Bell back there in fourth.
Denny Hamlin going back to second. That's 17.
Looking at the numbers for Busher. And it's surprising to me just how good they've been consistently on the mile and a half this year. His average running position in the 4 races inside the top 10, 8 some change. You see the results there. The 30th at Charlotte, he was involved in that accident. A really good start here tonight, riding third.
Just an efficient race team. You know, Mark, when we think about that 17 and Chris Busher, it's a team that I don't think wastes a lot of opportunity. They finish where that car should. They don't really trip up on each other.
Steve, I think that's a fantastic point. You also look at this type of racetrack, right? Chris Butcher told me yesterday, Chicagoland right in our wheelhouse. You think of Kansas, where Butcher almost won a couple of years ago. You think of Las Vegas, and where Butcher has always been. He said, this falls into that category for me, and I was so happy with our speed and practice on Friday. That longer session certainly helped. But I think, Steve, we have seen in the 17 car, a terrific short run pace, the long run. That's where they struggle a little bit. We'll see if the team is over. And
I will tell you, I would normally clump all RFK cars together because they run so similarly. But today, there's some split. We have Busher running third. Brad has fallen back to 12th.
Denny Hamlin's caught up to Kyle Larson.
He's 4 laps down. Car looks fine. He's in the middle of the back half of the field. He needs some early yellows as Hamlin now attacking Larson.
He goes to the inside.
Over the long haul, we know how good he's been. Battle for the race lead, 19 laps in.
How hard to top the fight here. Trying to keep control of this race. I don't know that he can put up much of a fight. Around the bottom goes the 11. It's the long run himself. At 11. I mean, everywhere we go, you get to 15 or 20 laps on the tires. He just seems to have a clear advantage. I saw him during practice the other day. He hesitated when you said you were concerned because he said, it's just practice. He's a race day guy. He's waiting again. Denny Hamlin out front.
You don't have a Fisher, try a beer tap.
By the way, I'm not going to give.
Now that's a catch.
Right now, I'm not going to give a full screen.
So what are
They're literally showing. They're literally showing the race.
now? Yeah.
Great. I mean, I don't know if it'll let us go play, but this is fantastic.
I have that. And like,
What you can't do.
Where you don't belong.
No, we made 2 of them. We made
That's the right people this side. You right.
Yep.
You don't wait for success. You chase it. sharper, tougher, faster.
And I
Every
guess
lap.
And when you give everything you got,
Smell
you
my
don't
sugar
just win.
ever. That takes like 3 seconds just to get it.
I don't know why.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Your bed, dog?
Brandon and I used to go crazy.
My bad.
I think she's a
Only
part
pay
of
for
water.
what you need.
Liberty, Liberty, Liberty.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese
Oh,
done
yeah,
right.
free
And some
agency
people
for that.
don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's, we have the meat. Work travel, hard. Engine, less hard. Comfort,
You wanted something
long.
that
Devil's up here. Devil's up here. Oh, I know. Rangers.
Nailed it. Don't pay for plans and changes with engine. Rig, big, spacious, small, engine. Search for hotels with what you need. The hardest parts of travel, done better. Teams, travel, spend, engine. Woven into the fabric as Rebel uses our roots.
Rebel now just makes the pass.
It's Rebel going for third.
That is third.
Michael McDowell is still on the lead lap in 36th place.
San Jose.
Go inside the race with NASCAR Driver Cam, presented by Straight Talk Wireless. Access every in-car camera with driver data, multi-view, full team audio, and more. Watch NASCAR Driver Cam all season long only on HBO Max. 24 laps into the opening stage. Hamlin, Larson, Bell, Busher, Wallace, the top five.
So far, it looks like the weather's holding off.
On board, a three-time champ back in 26 right now.
Christopher Bell has got by Christopher Busher in the battle.
Bubba right in the middle lane. Trying closing in on Chris Busher now for the fourth spot.
2311 cars go fast in practice. 4 of them in the top 6. The speed was incredible. He's starting to close the gap a little bit too on Busher.
CB versus CB, huh?
Yeah, it looks like Bubba's got a better car.
So it's up to hold these Toyotas back. But you can tell that slowly finding it. You heard on the previous
Obviously, I think the guy to beat is probably going to get that again. That's what
I think getting there
nearly a 3-second lead on
indications. I don't use the word easier, but it's more in front of you. One lap speed, you can cover up some other deficiencies. It's the long run where if you have some aero deficiencies or some other things and you start abusing tires that kind of show up. So qualifying was a good maybe idea of what we might see. This 23 of Wallace. So watch out. Well, it runs around the bottom. I mean, he just turns left. Easily drives to the left side door of the 17 of Busher. A little loose in the back right there, but able to stay with the power.
I mean, when you dance like that, you can hang on to it, gather it up, and move on. An indicator that over the course of the night should be in a pretty good space.
Oh my God.
Busher's going to make this a tough one, though. He's fighting hard on that outside and flip his track.
Shahir, take a look at this. Similar to what Ethan Trendler posted. It's hard to tell, but look at those long ass lines trying to get into the track. Yeah, all those people ain't gonna be seeing the green flag.
Which I was shocked with Larson's comments in the pre-race about the perception of speed because the cars are moving around, and normally you think about that as cars that are sliding, but he was very adamant that it feels like they are hauling the mail around here.
Let's get an update for 23. Bubba Wallace fifth right now, Danielle.
The traffic for us going into Sonoma last week was far better than what. Yeah, last week, Shahir, the traffic going to Sonoma Raceway, man, we had no issues at all. We took Highway 37 across the water coming in from Vallejo, and there was not a single, there was no traffic or slowdowns whatsoever. Not even going into the track either. There was traffic exiting leaving the speedway but not going in. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a heads up right now, Shahir. If you ever plan to go to the NASCAR race at Sonoma, it's here's my advice, and I would recommend taking my word for it. It's best to arrive at the track between the hours of 6 and 7:30 p.m. I mean 7:30 a.m. Sorry, because yeah, that's the best time to arrive there because there's no traffic. It wasn't until about 8 or 9 o'clock is when traffic started showing up. We've experienced traffic before for the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. We never had that too. Up, caution's out. Up, it's Zane Smith. Oh yeah, Zane Smith going on 100 starts. Yeah.
Will determine who's going to be good at the end of this race as who stays ahead of the track. Right side boot flap up off of 38, so he definitely has spun around. A little bit of contact, some damage to the right rear look now. It looks like there you see the damage. He's got a little sideways. He's got the right rear up against the wall.
If my mom and I ever attend a NASCAR race at Chicagoland in the future, yeah, we would have to get there hella early, like in the early morning. Oop. It's Carson Hocevar. Damn, Hocevar and Zane Smith both celebrating 100 starts.
Ended up in that situation.
Oh. And when you get into the parking lot, Zane Smith just sent Kosovar up into the wall. Now obviously you live out of state, so staying at a hotel is an absolute given. As far as a hotel is concerned, you can well, it depends on which hotel you stay at. Yeah, it's best to stay at hotels in like the Vallejo or area because obviously anyone living out of state coming to visit Sonoma, staying at a hotel for anyone who's out of state, it's an absolute given. Yeah, it's best to leave any hotel in that area between 5:30 and 6 a.m. All right, 11 team is gonna win the race off pit road.
Make my stop by here with Yoganteria yesterday was telling me but we saw her already anyway. The same put it in player pero we put it okay.
Tiptoe on the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. Liberty is loud, baby.
This thing is gonna use or not? Put it away, okay, please. Put it and sanitary, okay.
Wow, I had no idea how many of you would call me when I gave America my phone number. Over 85,000 people shared thoughts on the Whopper, Burger King, even a few busted signs. Over and over, you said fast food needs to do better, way better. In the kitchen,
and of course, depending on where you park at, when you go to park, there'll be like ushers that will that will they will like set up or like direct people on where to park, because you can't just park anywhere, because the parking lots my mom and I park in, they're like fields. They're not like paved parking lots. And there's line. They have a way of like having the people like park. Yeah, Sonoma Raceway, when it comes to the parking, not counting the RV area. When it comes to when it comes to parking, yeah, they have ushers that will direct you on where to park at, because they want to do it in a way where, because they don't want to just have people just park anywhere on the park anywhere.
Which Judy delivers fast with the nutrition for Woody's most exceptional life. For life with pets, there's Chewy with Pro Plan.
Runners will do anything to cut through the wind. Why? When you can go fast the easy way. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aerobursts. High-performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed. Plus, they're lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast in Skechers Slip-ins Aerobursts.
Pay less for less ain't a good deal. But when you pay less and you get more, that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's been the same price since they started in 2009. Straightforward, always.
And now, plans starting at just $25 a month.
And there are like shuttle buses that will take people from their parking area to various parts of the track, like the grandstands, the area behind it, the garage area. So yeah, they have that there. You can also ride on those little golf carts, but it's best to take a shuttle.
Patriotic flag over here. It's awesome. Standing on the back stretch. I'm telling you, the fans haven't figured out in Chicagoland Speedway. Great sports now. I mean, Marty was talking about that during NASCAR Nation. On the racetrack, good to be back. Doing this, Denny Hamlin, after going inside at the initial start of that restart after the first caution, Larson got the lead from the outside on that first restart of the day. So Hamlin here says, I'll take the outside line.
The choose at this track is so critical all through the field, because you want to be able to put yourself in that outside line. You even give up a road to do it. You're able to jump into that third group, possibly take a few spots or take a few lanes going around turn 1 and 2 on a restart. Choose is so critical here, more so than most tracks.
Reddick with 50 to 6 on the last restart.
Starting in the 8th position with 6:45 to replicate that.
All right, here we go. Denny Hamlin, Larson on the front row again. Here we go. Larson's getting pushed from behind.
Trying to do it. He climbed the hill, and his teammate Bubba Wallace is right in front of him. The blue car with the yellow roof, third row back, green wide on the top.
Larson on the inside. So we got 43 laps to go. Looks like Larson's going to get the top spot again.
Now getting the shove from, I think that's Bubba right there.
Larson said, I'll go inside, I'll go outside. The one thing I like is the lead on restarts. 5 back on point.
Fell to the top, trying to get third gear down the back straightaway. Not going to be able to do it. Goes the inside of Byron. He's got a great run. Side by side with William in the turn 3. Middle of the track, Bubba Wallace to the outside of Christopher Bell.
It's not mine.
Contact right there between the two Toyotas and Ford. Bubba Wallace taking the spot.
23 good in practice. All the 23-11 cars were. Wallace, the best qualifier from that bunch. And look at William Byron. He too was good qualifying inside the top 10 going after second year.
Pre-race license in. Byron had the speed. He was right. 24 car. Takes second away from D. Well, I would say long run Danny Hamlin, short run Henry Chevrolet. We'll see if that trend continues through the night.
Oh, wow. William Byron's up to second now.
Hamlin Hawkins led 24. Larson has led 15. What about the guy on point, Kyle Larson, Shannon?
Now we know how fast he is at this racetrack. Back-to-back second-place finishes. One of the challenges he will have today is this pit stall selection. I mentioned during that pit stop he lost the opportunity to pick his stall, so he does have guys that might be coming in.
Hello, D-Nice9168. Welcome to the live stream.
The 88 is 2 stalls behind Kyle Larson. They're also going to keep their pit sign up for a while before bringing it down so Larson can get in and out of his pit stop.
It's good work by teammates. Had a good plan to help their driver. $45 of Reddick. Trying to take 6 for Briscoe. The Toyota Racing Awkward for Chase Briscoe. The 45 had really good long run speed in practice. You mentioned it a couple times, Dale. Those 2311 cars that are starting slowly but surely work their way to the front with Wallace and Reddick now inside the top 6.
Xfinity onboard camera, right with Reddick here. Looking back at Briscoe. What's the latest on the 45, Danielle?
Billy Scott is very impressed with the ground that Tyler Reddick has been able to make up since the start of the race out. And remember, they started 13th for up to 6 now. Why does that matter? Because Denny Hamlin is 3rd. Billy Scott has not want Denny Hamlin to earn a lot more stage points than they did early in the stage. Right now, guys, the battle could not be closer.
There's so many layers and so many different stories to tell. When you look at those chase standings, whether it's Hamlin and Reddick going for the regular season crown, that battle to be inside the top 5 in the reset, or just to qualify, a whole lot going on with 8 to go to the postseason.
Yep, we sure do.
24 trying to close the gap. This battle back here, though. Chastain and AJ Allmendinger down at middle turn 1 and 2.
Riley Herbst's running in the top 15 right now, 13th. He and Blaney are duking it out right now.
Artie, you got something on the 77?
Dale, it's almost like you were talking to Carson. You were like, right when you said that, it came on the radio, said, man, we are slow. And yes, that underbody damage just killing our speed right now. Remember, Carson Oswald just outside the top 10 when that incident happened with Zane Smith. Now he's back in 23rd, struggling with an ill-handling race car.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm disappointed. I'm a big fan of Zane, a big fan of Carson. Disappointed to see.
Oh, car in the wall. Oh, it's Austin Hill. Wow.
Austin's been struggling all weekend with his race car.
Wow.
He's got shown over the last several weeks driving his car. He seems to be a little upset. He said, just wait. There might have been some contact.
Yeah, that back's cooked.
Austin next week, going back to Atlanta. Been so good there in the draft at the O'Reilly level.
Oh, Richard Childress, as he is each and every week, found perched to watch the race. Talk about it. Man committed to the sport.
Hey, Guggenheimer.
Tell you, that last lap by, the 11 of Hamlin was the fastest car on the track. It took 13 laps to run the 4. It seems like it takes about 10 for that 11 to get going. Another bit of cleanup work. The 71 of McDowell got his lap back under the previous yellow. And the 60 of Ryan Priest took the wave around to get to only 3 laps down. He should then get a free lap here to get the 2 laps down. So
Sound
Ryan
like he
Priest
got contact from somebody.
Swinging, just never out of these races. Got a replay here to see if we can find out what happened with the 33. We got SVG. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's something.
Bam.
Big contact right there.
Yeah, it was contact from the
Really, really
97.
hard contact with this race car. Austin Hill. And I can't tell whether it's impatience because both of the last two accidents look very similar. Or frustration from 2 weeks of air force racing. That's right. Remember, the SVG and the 33 were kind of in the middle of that wreck pit. The big wreck in San Diego in front of the field. Yeah, they sure were.
Car's pitting again, Shannon.
Yeah, the car for Kyle Larson's just been free during this race. The first pit stop, they did not take a big swing on it.
Can't say for certain this has something to do with what happened at San Diego, so. Oh, contact. Damn, someone. Oh, that was Todd Gilliland. Wow, Reddick won the race off pit road. Larson's going to lose a ton of spots. It's like Reddick, Briscoe, Bell, Gibbs, Kozlowski, they all took 2 tires. Same with Daniel Suarez.
Haven't done any laps at all?
Who? Who?
They do any laps?
Who? Can you?
Did they do any laps around the track?
Yes, they did. I think Larson was the first car on 4. Yeah, it looked like Christopher Bell that hit him.
Eventful cycle of stops. 50 laps into stage 1. We'll reset, get a restart. We'll be returned.
Napa knows that 1 in 4 vehicles will need a new battery this year. And that's just the tip of the electrical iceberg. That's why Napa believes in testing the electrical systems on every vehicle, from the battery to the alternator. And why we're a trusted solution for the electrical parts, tools, and expertise you need.
The Hill's going to the garage.
Before they become breakdowns. And keeping every vehicle and every business moving full speed ahead.
From the moment you take your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Flurry's born, Fox Punch.
The ceiling fan is literally on.
Over and over again. And it was finally time to enjoy it all. COPD thought it could stop you. Yes, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Bristol is 3 medicines and 1 inhaler.
Yeah, I think Larson's the first car on 4 tires.
Now that's a COPD maintenance training that works as hard as you do. Bristol won't replace the rescue inhaler for 7 breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Bristol more than prescribed. Bristol may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Don't throw my cup away.
Ask your doctor about
I said, don't throw my cup away.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon.
Looks like happy hour.
America, put down the burgers and pick up Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. It's the best cheese. It's the best meat. It's only available at
Arby's. We have the meat.
Since the dawn of America, we've craved.
These cars go faster.
So, we built bigger machines.
Speed limit, baby. I need more speed.
Then, a new kind of speed.
This is killer. We should make a sport out of this. A sport?
America's been chasing faster for 250 years. We just built a sport around it.
His nose is flying, just splitter damage.
It's been an eventful opening stage in the eero 400 riderless for NASCAR on TNT. You know, the greatest week in history is almost here. Shark Week starts Sunday, July 26th on Discovery.
A lot to dissect over the last few laps. There were some question marks, though, on 33 and 97. So we went back to the history books a little bit, went to Pocono. That's where this rivalry got heated up. To the left of 33, into the 97 contact. This was at Pocono back in June. Positive wreck for SVG to go around. Pretty big damage. Another one I remember, the one I mentioned, was this move. A mistake by the 33. He admitted it, but the results still the same against both Red Bull cars, against Zillett and SVG. A race that I think SVG was constantly knocked out of. Then let's go back to today. SVG in the corner. Left rear contact. Shift the 33 around. And then Austin Hill has some comments on the radio.
Yep. Just like Van Guggenheimer, or however you say his fucking last name. Yeah, it was just a playback for
It's getting to that point in the season, Dale. A lot of racing. You're starting to become more frustrated. You're going to see more and more of this. And the short track season right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, I've got a bunch of them coming up.
I feel like that's been the case for both accidents we've seen today. Is a little past history there that left car had a little bit of trouble in pit road, Marty.
Austin Hill did not just call SVG Shane Guggenheimer, wherever the fuck he just said. This fool just, he just referred to him as Guggenheimer. Yeah, they said it was payback from California. As you probably just saw, Denny Hamlin lost a crap ton of spots on pit road. And because of everything else, the running orders changed. Austin Cindric and Joey Logano are up there running 1-2. And we also got Riley Herbst running in third place. So yeah, Reddick through Keselowski are on two tires. Anyways, back to green. 27 to go in stage one. Austin Cindric leads them off.
Right here in the top 10, 3 and 4 wide. That's going to work out going down the back straightaway. A lot of contact. Normally people lay back to take a pass. Danny Hamlin, I think, was laying back to see what the heck was going to happen.
Joey Logano's looking. He's looking.
Logano inside of Cindric here.
Yep, Logano's going to lead that lap. Yeah, Briscoe is the first car on two tires, so he's coming quick.
Sure if there was any damage, you just have to see what kind of speed's left in that 20. Look at this on board. Where do you go? What path do you follow? Larson's got to go all the way to the bottom of the racetrack.
Larson got 4 on the last cycle of stop. So did his teammate. We mentioned William Byron just in front of him. We're racing around Riley Herbst at a 35.
Well, losing all those spots isn't going to stop the HMS drivers from moving up. It's going to take a little bit of time, but that's just how it is. Yeah, Briscoe's tires are 15 laps newer, fresher. Larson +7, Bell and Wallace +5.
Taking advantage of track position. Riding with Denny Hamlin here. HBO Max giving us this on-board ride. 18 is where he scored.
Off the bottom of the racetrack with some opportunity here to make something happen. think Denny would really love this thing. We just go 23 laps straight to the finish of the stage. This car continues to get better. You start to see it move forward. Restarts have never been the signature of this 11 car all year. They haven't improved them. But the longer we run, the easier.
Yep, Austin Hill is going for the.
See another one right here, I believe, on the one at Chastain. Chastain going to give him the top of the racetrack.
I was waiting for the crossover to go low. Instead, he keeps it high. Looks like it's going to work out for driver 11.
Oh, he's going to be in the gas early here. The question is, will he be able to use the run? He will. The 6 gets to the outside of the 16. The 11 will push him through. I love this. I could watch this onboards, the decisions these drivers make.
Yep, he sure can.
This really puts this place into perspective. As Hamlin gets another one. 14th in the running order.
Dale said his options. Look, he was working the top. Now he's working the bottom, right? It's going to be a little bit harder on the bottom, as Dale said. But
yeah, Denny Hamlin won at Chicagoland all the way back in 2015, 11 years ago. I keep thinking he won in 2016, but that was actually Martin Truex Jr., wrong driver. Comes Byron. SVG is going to be my sleeper pick for next weekend's race at Atlanta. And I am undoubtedly going to put Austin Hill in my picks next week. It'll be my first time I put him in my picks all year in any race so far this year.
I mean, 19 to go on the stage, and you think about the significance of this more than 15. Come in at the chase cut line, you want to gather up as many of those stage points as you can. They've got the track position now, the drivers behind them with a better tire situation. We'll see how it pans out as we go to Shannon.
And Joey Logano probably on that plan as well. Unfortunately, he just dropped outside the top 10 guys. He was going to come down pit road for a pit stop, but he was pulled off and they realized they would be able to restart in that top 3. You know, he was playing the points game. He has 31. He's coming into this race, 31 to that cutoff line, 20th in points. Not a good showing right now for the 3-time champ.
Here's the 42, John Nemechek. New paint scheme for John Hunter Nemechek for this race. He's got Raid Bug Killer brand on his car. It looks like a Lightning McQueen type paint scheme.
And so many times, Steve, you talk about the importance of leading in your strategy. Yeah. He's fourth in line of those drivers that came down and got 4 tires. When you got the 4 tires, gives you some options when you make that.
Byron going for second.
At the end of the stage, and here's William Byron,
yes,
the best of the bunch that came down at 49 and got 4 tires up to second.
And listen, applaud Austin Cindric and this 2 car. Behind on tires, they have about 10 more green flag laps on their tires, continuing to lead laps. That's impressive for the 2. Very impressive.
Crew Chief Ryan Wilson told me last week, it's all blue collar. Sleeves are rolled up right now for driver 2. He's on point. We're heading to 15 laps to go, stage 1.
Hey, I was here first.
Yeah, Larson's up. Just Larson's going for another spot. There goes to third. Also at Sonoma, if you ever sit in, as another thing I forgot to mention about Sonoma, now in terms of where you want to sit, I would highly recommend the main grandstand because you get well, depending on where you sit, you won't have to deal with the sun when it's shining down on you. But obviously you're going to get like the Delta breeze because again the track is by the ocean, so obviously the weather is always cool there. I mean it doesn't matter really where you sit in the grandstand at Sonoma. the other places I've sat up in turn 2, and they're on the back stretch down by the S's when they're coming down the hill. But I only did that for the IndyCar race. I also filmed some shots from the O'Reilly Auto Parts race there last year, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, the unfortunate part about sitting in turn 2 and where the SR is that there's no like shade to like protect you from the sun. But if you are, I would suggest wearing a hat with a little hood thing on the back, sunscreen, obviously.
I think it gets shades. You know how the sun.
Yeah, because there's like a mountain behind the speedway on the west side of the track. So yeah. So yeah. So I mean, you could do it, but it's just best to be safe than sorry. Up new leader William Byron going to the front now. I'm getting quite a turnout for this live stream.
Good.
Stage 1 at Chicagoland Speedway. New leader William Byron out front.
Yeah, let's take a look and see how it happened. We're going to get round 2 of Austin Cindric.
It's the bottom. Yeah, I knew it was only a matter of time before Byron took the lead. Yeah, grandstand's always the best. We've been sitting in the main grandstand since 2016 for NASCAR. For IndyCar in 2016, we sat in the S's part out between turn 7 and by the S's on the east side of the track. So yeah, Austin Hill's wrecked and he's pretty much done for the day. Yeah, SVG gave him payback for what happened at San Diego. I mean, but then again, it wasn't intentional or anything. But then again, when you're Austin Hill, who's done stuff in the past, it's no surprise people would see it that way. There's Bubba Wallace going to the inside for 4th. Surprised Briscoe didn't. The last driver I was expecting to take the lead. 7 to go in stage 1.
Yeah, when I talked to Wayne Byron yesterday, Adam, he said it feels like we need a reset weekend on the 2014. He said we've just been missing the balance, especially at the start of races all year long. And in my mind, we've given up so many stage 1 points this year. It would be nice to feel like I'm in the ball game early, Junior. I would say the answer to that is yes. 7 to go, William Byron leading here at Chicagoland in stage 1.
Yeah, they haven't been able to show this kind of speed all year. They got to be thrilled in that 24 car. This is great battle right here for stage points. This is basically 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all right there on top of each other.
Here's 7th through 10th right here.
Between the 11 and the 45, Danny knows it. He sees the car he owns down there on the white line. Gonna have a run.
As of now, Reddick is the points leader over Hamlin by just 1. 3 wide for Denny Hamlin.
I hesitate to say 2 for 1, but a great move by Hamlin going inside of Reddick. He gets him. Jason Gibbs as well.
Reddick's gonna fight back on this outside. Right on the quarter panel with Denny Hamlin. Denny's in some bad air right there, but Reddick can't make it happen. Denny just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, the top 2 in points are battling for the last stage point.
Like a little win on the inside. You're feeling good. You got to at least score a couple more points with that guy right behind you. It's a win, but it's also, a sign of the 45 car. They got to get to work a little bit on getting this car to do what he needs it to do to be able to defend those spots. He was going through this little bit of traffic right here, the 40, the 35, the 20. He was going by those cars. Got the bad air there, couldn't make it work, and Denny's able to pass him and now take the position. Denny now climbing into the backside of the top 10 for stage points.
Reddick into the top 10 as well.
Elliott stuck in 16. Josh Berry having a quite good day in 17. Not bad.
Everything I hoped it would be. There's conversation at the top line. There's conversation at the top. And there's separation. I'm okay with two cars running away.
3 to go in stage 1. Larson's keeping Byron in his sights. He hasn't pulled away.
There's 2 3 drivers that you think about right now, what they're doing from a competitive standpoint. Seeing them go toe to toe for the title would be awesome.
Hamlin going for another spot on Ty Gibbs. Well, Hamlin now leads Reddick in the regular season standings by 7 whole points. So yeah, if season ends right now, Hamlin will be your champ.
It's a really good stage for him. Should want to go next time around in this opening stage.
Yeah, Byron has almost a 3/4 of a second lead. So pretty clear.
All right, final laps of stage 1 this time by. They come up on JJ Yaley. Just a lap car. Byron made his Cup debut in 2018, so yeah, he's raced at Chicagoland before. All right, off the final corner, green and white checkered flag. This is something that William Byron definitely needed, a stage 1 win. And Riley Herbst is going to hold on for some points for 7th. All right. All right, so stage 1 results are William Byron, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher, Riley Herbst, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, and Tyler Reddick round out your top 10 for stage 1. Yeah. Oops. It's like Barry and Chastain had a close call. Yeah, Brad missed out on stage points. All right, well, this stage 1 was quite interesting. We had 4 cautions, including the stage break. Well, that's just how it is. I hope stage 2 will be a lot more smooth sailing. I hope.
People. The things that give us hope. And if you have early Alzheimer's disease, Kisunla is here. An anti-amyloid treatment for early symptomatic Alzheimer's disease, proven to slow the progression of the disease. Kisunla can cause amyloid-related imaging abnormalities, or ARIA, which is temporary bleeding and/or swelling in the brain. Your doctor may test for a gene that raises its risk. ARIA doesn't usually cause symptoms, but can be serious and fatal. Symptoms may include headache, confusion, dizziness, vision changes, nausea, difficulty walking, or seizures. Tell your doctor if you take medications to reduce blood clots. Do not take if you have a known allergy to Kisunla or any of its ingredients. Serious infusion-related and allergic reactions can occur. These are not all of the possible side effects. Call your doctor right away if you experience any side effects. There's a light within us all.
Well, we're definitely seeing comers and goers at the front, that's for sure. Denny Hamlin came as started as a comer, now he's a goer, but he's going to be a comer once again.
Hello, honey.
Period. How do you not have mosquitoes here? We're getting bit like crazy in our house.
Mosquitoes only need a little bit of standing water to breed. So I check my yard every week, and I got the whole block to do it, and it's made a huge difference.
So they can't spray everything.
No,
They're not exterminators. They're here to protect us against diseases from
Naghahanap kayo
mosquitoes.
ng
Prevention starts with us, man. How do you know all this? It's on the website. I got some work to do.
Many people think autistic children don't need to learn about
Give a little work for more information. Our July 4th Buyer's Choice event is on now. Get your money. Choose your lowest bid. Choose your highest trade-in value.
Mommy.
Best auto mall, period.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Registry. Visit us at registry.com. We're here in Joliet, Illinois. You know, the Joliet Correctional Center shut down in 2002. But way back, the warden said, make sure that we got good morale. So we started having the inmates play baseball.
Hear that.
For the Joliet Slammers, an independent league team, they went out earlier this year and played a little exhibition. I love that. You know, one of the owners of the Slammers, Bill Murray. How about that? And we've got the MLB season heating up, and TBS has you covered all summer long. Watch the Yankees. Cover your eyes, Steve. Take it on the Rays Tuesday, 6 Eastern on TBS and streaming on HBO Max.
You're only 14 youth factor race in the basement.
I just told you, don't look at the standings.
One game off of Baltimore, where you're up next. You're only
There's hot dog. You want hot dog, Cameron?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Or potato salad?
They work on it, so it's delaying this caution. A few extra laps. Not sure if the timeline. Yeah, it's on the surface of the track or something.
Put that down.
Which I will tell you, I hate that we're having this issue, but it was like a big chunk of asphalt was just missing. Yeah. Walking around this facility all weekend, I'm going to give it to the NASCAR crowd. Julie Giese and everybody kind of helps oversee this racetrack. We could have raced here last year. I mean, the garage looked great. The grandstands looked great. Mom, I've kind of walked the whole facility. It's hard to believe it's been dormant for 7 years.
Yeah, Stevie, I'm over in turn 3 right now. I think I figured out my favorite place to watch the race from. Just watching them go through 3 and 4. They look like they're on a roller coaster. And then behind me is kind of like the backstretch. We haven't talked about it much. There's a lot of characteristics of this place, but it's kind of a D shape, which isn't normal for most of our racetracks. It kind of reminds me, Dale, of the old Myrtle Beach Speedway. I raced there before. It kind of gives me a little Myrtle Beach vibes back here.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to have a back straightaway shaped like that. It's not really more trickier than anything else, but the way the sun sets here can blind you a little bit down the back straightaway. I remember that being difficult for turn 3, but fun little racetrack. You're always turning, kind of always either on the right rear or the right side.
It's not really an oval, kind of like
You're always kind of fighting balance,
circle.
tight and loose. It's a tough track.
Yeah, because there's a slight bend in the back stretch.
Report Chase Elliott with Danielle. What's happening there? Team number 9.
Well, it was a late night here at Chicagoland last night in the O'Reilly Series race. Chase Elliott and Brandon Jones were putting on one heck of a show in overtime. Brandon Jones got the best of Elliott. He settled for second there, said, Brandon drove a smart race. I wasn't going to race him too hard or get into him there at the end. He kept it clean, but he is hungry for his 3rd win of the season tonight, guys. Elliott started 9th. He has fallen to 15th, but the car is getting better. The latest he told his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, he said, it's not terrible. I feel like we missed it a little bit in that earlier run, just a little bit tight, but the balance isn't bad. They are slowly feeling like
There's fries there if you want. I'm gonna want their fries.
Okay.
Nine's one of those teams that put on 4 tires back in lap 49 and just didn't make much of it. Like Byron and Larson got to move forward. Elliott kind of just got stuck back there.
I gotta let my stomach settle for a bit.
Daniel Revers, that was a fun race last night. Delayed a few hours because of all the rain we had here yesterday afternoon. But once we went green, an electric race. Brandon Jones with a tremendous job, as Danielle said, in overtime, getting his first win of the year.
I think one of the storylines for me that came out of that race was just how hard it is to choose, Dale. You and I have talked about this, which lane you want to be able to restart, how you restart. The leader didn't hold the lead. The leader who controlled the race didn't hold the lead on like the last 4 or 5 restarts. Like you were sitting duck, and I couldn't figure out bottom. It didn't seem to make sense where it was. The results were the same, but for different reasons. That'll be a challenge also at stage 3 for these cars. Pit stops coming up.
Lead them down to the Vibes Mode Pit Road. Here's Shannon.
Yeah, that 5 car started to free up, but they are still working on entry and exit of this pit stall for the 5 car. They told them pit a little bit wider from the wall, and they even pushed their pit side out a little bit. Meanwhile, Austin Citrus driving too much through the right
But
front.
his drivers are in. There's pit road is open.
Out front, Danielle. Bubba Wallace got third place in that first stage. Charles tonight got on the radio and said, great job, we needed those stage points. Bubba said it's okay to sacrifice some front end grip to be a little better.
You know, it looks like Bubba Wallace is going to get ahead of the 5. And Byron's going to win the race off pit road. Bubba Wallace will come out second. Yeah, everyone took 4 tires.
Byron wins the race off pit road, +1 for Bubba Wallace. Larson lost the spot, +2 for Busher. And Cindric, after the cycle, comes off in fifth. Really good situation for that 2 team.
And Christopher Bell gave up a lot of spots, but I believe they're doing some repairs for that contact on pit road with Todd Gilliland.
How did I get here? Shooting all the action despite vision loss from wet AMD. It started when Vabysmo opened up my world. I was worried when I started to lose my sight, but my doctor recommended Vabysmo. Vabysmo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block true causes of wet AMD. So I'm back doing what I love, knowing that Vabysmo improves vision. And there's a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, and uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist right away.
Now, I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
Trust the #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD and diabetic macular edema. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
This summer, great pizza doesn't have to cost a fortune. Papa Murphy's Summer Select for just $9.99 all summer long. Choose from select pepperoni, veggie, meat, or cheese on thin or original crust. We make it fresh. You bake it hot. Papa Murphy's, the way pizza should be.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event ends Monday. Don't miss the season for more. More road trips, more friends piled in, more savings. Get 3.99% APR plus 500 cash on Tacoma SR5. 2.99% APR on Tundra, or lease a 4Runner for just $389 a month. Hurry in now before it's over. Get great deals on new Toyota at the 4th of July sales event. Don't miss out. Let's go places.
This summer, great pizza doesn't have to cost a fortune. Papa Murphy's Summer Select for just $9.99 all summer long. Choose from select pepperoni, veggie, meat, or cheese on thin or original crust. We make it fresh. You bake it hot. Papa Murphy's, the way pizza should be.
I've doubted myself more times than I can count. Heard every opinion. Read every headline. But when you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing, who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your story.
Welcome back to the eero 400. William Byron wins stage 1 and the race off pit road to start stage 2. Burton, we talked about it in the pre-race. This place promotes the actors. We didn't get through 1 lap and Connor Zillich is in the fence.
Pace got started really early. Contact up front. That stacked up. Ryan Priest and Zillich. You can see right here 3 cautions. 6 leaders, 10 laps. A lot of things going on. But Zillich with big contact. Priest is now 2 laps down. He's caught himself back. See right here. This is Connor Zillich's horrible rookie year. He's not to forget it. 17 Fs. Only 6 lead lap finishes.
I know, right?
He's ready to get to the next race. Get behind him. It's been a terrible season for Connor Zillich. We've seen plenty of other action though as well right there. Austin Hill by SPG. Entry in turn 3. We saw the same thing with Zane Smith and Carson Hocevar down on the other end of the track. It's been eventful, I think. A lot happening in stage 1.
Tempers are flaring, Adam. NASCAR is back.
Hey, whether he is right, I mean, it's like old school. One thing I want to pop here, Ryan Priest now 1 lap down. Jeff referencing the fact he was took the wave around here to get to 1 down.
I like that. I thought we were going to lose, Marty. That crowd cheered at the first on camera. He jumped up. He was a crowd surf right into the stage.
All right, time to begin stage number 2. William Byron and Bubba Wallace on the front row. Here we go.
McDowell, top 20 after that pass-through penalty following those inspection issues yesterday. Byron gets the jump on the restart. Here comes Larson in the 5.
Yeah, Bubba trying to hang on the top of the racetrack right there around the outside of 5. I think he's going to do it. Clears the 5 down the front straightaway. Hard racing behind him. That's the 2 cars you mentioned. Look at Hamlin. You love Busher. I can see why. Good speed in the 17.
Keep it up, bro.
Can he stay on the right side of the 11? He will. He'll race him off the corner. Momentum off the top is going to carry the 17 almost clear. Then he's going to try to slide draft and slow him down. Out front, Bubba Wallace trying to take it to the 24 of Byron. Bubba with a big run down the front straightaway is going to get to the back bumper, the 24 entering turn 1. I had a conversation with Bubba earlier on Inside the Race this year about Reddick's hot start, and he admitted, he goes, I'm cheering on my teammate, but it hurts. When you see a guy in the same equipment winning that many races, getting that hot start, he wants to make it his turn. Remember that big win a year ago at the Brickyard? He'd love to relive that by getting a win this summer.
All right, new leader. Come to the line. Bubba Wallace is going to lead that lap. Come on, Bubba.
He's clear. Well clear the 24 Byron off the turn 2. Wallace, the new leader.
So many times you got to be patient to make it work here because it takes so long, as we've said, to execute a pass. But Wallace that time able to dive down, get the spot. The 24 bouncing around a little bit as Larson gets around Byron.
And your Chevys are thinking they got the Toyota speed because they got Hamlin back there, Reddick back there, and here comes Bubba Wallace with a smile on his face. Step 1 to 2 is the 24 car is driving as well as it did the run before. Just doesn't look quite as good as he's trying to fend off the challenge from his teammate. Also, the challenger in the bracket this weekend, Larson. Byron, they're going at it for second.
Oh, Larson goes for a spin. Caution's out. Larson just lost it. Wow.
Larson wants to be pushed from behind out onto the racing surface. This will be interesting to see what NASCAR decides to do with it. Well, they're going to show on the front of the car. So what's going to happen if we get a shot from above? On the front of the car, they're untaping a hook. So instead of pushing from behind, these guys are untaping straps. So these cars have pull hooks installed. Both of these officials are untaping those. They're taped up for aero. They're going to hook this kind of V, kind of like the toe in a boat. They're going to hook it to that record and pull it out. With the diffuser on the back of the car, and as long as these cars sit, pushing them from behind is really unsuccessful. This came up for road course racing 8 or 10, 15 years ago. It's now implemented in NASCAR. It's just a great idea. Watch how efficient this will be. They're going to drag this 5 car right out.
Yeah, with all the rain that they've had, I'm not surprised that the 5 is still.
Let's see how we do. Oh, yeah. Success. I'm not sure if the tow truck would have went into the.
It'd been better if they used 2, but hey, 1 works, I guess.
Yeah, steer to the right, trying to get him out of the pavement, but now they're letting him let it go. So 4 flat tires with Steve. Wow. He's flat. So now we're going to see if he is running Okay, what they're calling for now is there is a system, an air jack system at the A post, and they'll plug a bottle in if he's running it. It's optional. I'm not sure if Five has it this weekend or not. If they plug the bottle in, they'll flip the valve and it'll push up. No, they're going to push a push truck behind it.
They're trying to push here.
Been a great summer for Larson. Top 5 and 5 of the last 6.
Five doesn't have to listen to it, so his only option is to be pushed.
If it's a push, it's drag the bottom of his race car off.
Yes.
And I don't believe that once he gets back around, drag a bunch of downforce off the bottom of the car. We've seen these cars typically not run well after this occurs. We've seen some that do, but most often this is a bad situation. You're seeing
Larson's, there goes show how much Larson's luck is gone.
Daniels, you see it right there, giving instructions right away, but he knows this is absolutely not going to be ideal for the 5 team. Great job getting out of grass. So they pushed him to get him running. They would not have pushed him all the way around. NASCAR said they're not going to push a car all the way around. They'll hook you up and tow you in. He's going to lose another lap right here because he can't run race car speed. What else he should do?
Hey, you talk about him losing laps. Ryan Preece gets the caution he needed. You take the weight around, get the 1 lap down, you get the free pass here to 60. You'll be on the lead lap.
It's a tough situation for Larson because of how much work they've done. Putting themselves in a good position most laps. They're going to give up quite a few points to the 54 time kids. Chase Elliott as well, possibly, if they can get this car going again. Take a look down into turn 3 and 4. Steve, you were watching it. Just pushing really, really hard.
Just loses it in turn 3.
He goes around the bump in the tunnel. It's not quite as bad up that high on the racetrack as it is in the bottom grid, but still upsetting the car somewhat.
He's lucky no one plowed into him.
You know, I'm not a race car driver. I'm a fan. I'm a crew chief. I hate this for Kyle Larson, but I love to see. This is how hard these are to drive. This is one of the best race car drivers in the world who is trying to end that with the street, pushing this race car, trying to make it free, trying to make it drive really good, and he spins out basically by himself on a very difficult racetrack. Listen in here on board.
The racetrack just upset the car. It just doesn't seem like there's much that he's able to do from behind the wheel to rescue the car out of the spin. Once it kind of starts swinging the back around, it's gone.
Ray Howard just having these cautions now. You thought this race was going to be smooth sailing. Yeah, I'm amazed with the cautions that we're having. I think it's going to be one of those smooth sailing 1.5 mile races. But lately it's starting to show, but from what I've seen, it's starting to say otherwise.
You know, the one thing that this team has done a great job of is scoring points in particular on Hamilton and consecutive stage 1. So he does have those 9 stage points. That'll help soften the blow as you think about the balance of the night and where they land at the end.
Interesting moment in time, too. Only 5 laps on these tires. You can make it here from fuel to the end of the stage, but man, I don't think you want to run that long in a set of tires, and for that reason, you see
Pit road is open.
I wonder if someone in the back will try to gamble, come down, be full of fuel. It would be a stretch for sure. Early caution stage.
Some drivers are coming in.
So we're in the club right now.
Nope, Larson lost only 2 laps.
You're seeing Skechers' famous glide step footwear everywhere. And now that famous design is available in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Get the comfort and style of glide step now with the convenience of slip-ins with no bending down or touching your shoes. Try glide step Skechers slip-ins.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's, we have the meat.
What's good? Cold and smooth survival skills. You don't have a fish hook? Try a beer tap.
Emerson's back in.
Now that's a catch. That's for the Falcons.
For the first time in over 40 years, a new option for people with motion sickness. Nereus is approved for the prevention of vomiting induced by motion in adults. In clinical studies,
Yeah, there's the tires.
Atlantic and Pacific
Yeah, those things
Oceans,
are.
Nereus decreased vomiting by 60%.
The most common side effects of Nereus include drowsiness, headache, and fatigue. Nereus may impair your ability to drive or operate heavy machinery. Strong CYP3A4 inhibitors can increase Nereus levels and the risk of side effects. Monitor breastfed infants for drowsiness. Nereus has not been studied in people with liver or severe kidney problems.
The first new option in 40 years for people with motion sickness. Order Nereus today on Nereus.us and have it delivered to your door in 2 days. Nereus, don't travel without it. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
A cheery pharmacy orders on the way for Homer, the homebody who only goes outside when nature calls. So Mom uses Chewy to get his flea and tick meds at a great price. Delivered fast, right to their door. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
With SafeLight, you can get that fixed now and pay later. Fix now, pay later?
SafeLight offers flexible payment options and anywhere mobile service, so you can get it fixed here, or here, and pay later. Go to SafeLight.com today. SafeLight repairs, SafeLight replace.
Double loss leading at Chicagoland. Last restart was good for
All right, let's try this again. Let's see how far we go. All right, restart lap 19. Here we go. Or lap 99, I should say, of the overall race. Chase Elliott back up into the top 10. Bubba Wallace is going to hold on to the race lead as we come back to the line. 3 wide. Eric Jones quietly is working his way up into the top 3. Both the legacy cars are 11th and 12th right now. 97 a little loose.
Here's the 45 ready for fighting back. Short-run speed on this left car. He kind of looks forward today. Steve, long-run speed there. Yeah, I agree. Another name we haven't talked about before he is Bowman. Right back there behind Chase Elliott.
Bowman up to 7.
And the fire clears the 45. That is going to be something we'll keep an eye on, though, Dan, right? The long-run speed will
If
put
you're
it there.
getting a sling back through your travels, make sure it has these features. Storage-wise,
protected up.
Look at the in-season challenge. A lot of good matchups in the bracket this week. Larson had his problems, and now that opens the door to William Meyer, who's up there in second. And Steve, you just referenced Alex Bowman riding ninth right now, racing Ty Gibbs for that position back there, just behind the top 5 of his teammate Chase Elliott. Danielle. Shannon, excuse me.
Now the 48 of Alex Bowman, you just mentioned an in-season challenge against that number 1 seed of Tyler Reddick. We talked to him pre-race, of course, he's the most recent winner here at Chicagoland. But the team telling me you can throw all of that data out the window.
Jones up. Walking nuts.
From the very first lap, they saw that confidence in Alex
The crossover.
to tell him what other drivers are doing, but they said we just gotta let him do his thing.
About the top 10 he posted last week to advance from
About the
round 1 to round 2.
I really can't feel like a lot except it was magical, man. Magical. That's the mother of the group. All smiles while recalling the magical day to face Uncle Don, how was the wedding?
In the style of all of it, you think about Jones.
Your favorite
And the
memory of
success
tonight?
that he's had right here in Chicagoland, 2015, 2016, winning the NASCAR Series.
Number light, great move on the restart, gave him a couple spots. The pusher won't go away. We keep talking about all these different players. The second pusher. One side, leads the bottom, the side is right at the birds.
Corey Hine. Corey Hine running 13th. Not a bad night for him. Easy.
Guy needs help walking downhill. Almost there, let's stop kidding ourselves.
Between the 17 and 19, he continues and also gets into that.
Pearl, street, and being blocked at.
Isn't it faster this could perform by Shane Van Gisbergen, 23rd on track for CP Party.
You're going to go a long way back to get the Christian Rebel. You like contact on
Mommy, take me home, mommy. I want to go.
They have used several times to fix that game. And you put Alex Stevens, fastest driver here at Chicagoland today.
Every chime is a prayer for my mother, for your family.
Adam Stevens will lead it.
Based in King County, Stevens unused backyard. The home upgrade program helps qualified homeowners.
The exporter was a little separated from the nose, but how about that veteran, Adam Stevens saying, hey, that was my bad, and it won't happen again.
Yeah, so what's he talking about? The crew chief's job is to clear the driver at least one lane out of the pit loss. The spotter can then take over that contact with the 34. He's not the crew chief. You have to say, oh, he was another one. He's going to get one. Adam Stevens, a two-time champ. 41 wins and 402 starts. So over a 10% winning percentage on top of the pit boss. He knows how to get it done, and that's why he's frustrated. He knows his driver has been breaking through again. I heard left wrist. They're working their way back up to the points, and I think he knows with 8 races left, he wants to climb the chase standings. Because things like this are giving away a track that I thought they could potentially win at. He was like 3 race. We'll have to just see how much
I'm
speed
Keyshawn, and we're here with 21 here to reminder. That's a very good track.
Chase Elliott up to 6th place. On a bad night. Worst car's getting better. Come on, Bubba. Bubba Wallace's lead is open up to 1.4 seconds.
Down in the garage today, great sprint car driver. Chase, a 3rd generation guy. Putting some really good runs together. Back,
TNT on Chicagoland. Bubble your insurance with Liberty and save hundreds. Hi, it's bundle your insurance with Liberty Mutual and save hundreds. These are fun. I know they are, but let's focus. Let's go again. Leave my hair. Stubble and shave. That's not it. Bumble and save. Bundle with an N. Bumble and save. Who gave them crackers? Cuddle and wave. You know, that's close enough. Only pay for what you need.
You don't wait for success. You chase it. Some that's with every lap.
You give everything you got. You don't just win. You inspire what comes next. Since the PD tried to start you kept going. Better breathing starting with a 5 minutes. Breast won't retain the rest of your breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or blood pressure. Don't take breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase risk of thrust, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Tell your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth and tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or active thirst. Ask your doctor about breastfeeding. Before the chocolate rice, you want tools your practice. Tools good enough for the pros. Designed to be easy to use for everyone. You want to respond. Smart. Reliable. Bring your age. It's 6 for $19.99. Careful. I'm really good. I can't believe once I got there. Big meal for 2 for $19.99.
Run for a championship. Saturday night from Atlanta. DC Studios, Girl, starring Will Alcock and Chris Malone.
JJ Yaley is the last car in the lead lap. So if another caution comes out now, Larson will get one of his laps back. Briscoe's Byron Ballin for second.
That car doesn't look as good as it did earlier. I mean, right there, this is still a pretty tight battle.
Well, Bubba Wallace has now led the most laps tonight. He's led 31 now.
But Byron now has to start to get defensive. Instead of trying to do what he wants to do, run line that he wants to chase for 23, he's got to also try to do what he can to keep his position, meaning he may have to go to track a line that gives him a little pace for Wallace and Reed. You see 3 and 4 and the entire front straightaway now in the shade. The sun's not low enough that while it may not have set, the track will be cooling quickly at that angle. Especially the picture behind the 19 and the 24. The 24 is that a terrible exit there.
We're going flashing to the inside.
Byron did a jump off the throttle. You have big person coming up off the throttle. But sometimes you gets on the inside of you, your car gets really tight. You lose bottom turn.
Oh, there he is. He's riding with it now. He just lays in the weeds, finds his way. Briscoe goes by. Hamlin said, I'd like to join my teammate. Racing Byron for third.
Briscoe's cleared Byron for second. Now here comes Hamlin.
A lot of room behind these cars, so Byron could probably give the spot away if he wanted to, but just settle in and try to save these front tires and some slack. turn his feet to right foot, try to make the right foot mad, and make the push worse, and make the front grip worse. Probably only 5 or 6 laps. It's going to be a little hard to predict for that earlier yellow, but the 23 one driving off the nose for that 24 car, and he wasn't going anywhere. And here's Briscoe going to the top of the racetrack, trying to get around the 23 all while it's long struggling. Here comes Denny Hamlin.
Comes Denny Hamlin. Comes 3 wide for the lead.
Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas are there. Bubba Wallace hanging on. Got them coming on either side. Inside Hamlin, outside Briscoe. For the lead off the quarter.
Briscoe looking to the outside. Yeah, Briscoe's another one who has never made a start at Chicagoland before because his Cup career started later. Just like that, Briscoe goes to the lead.
Then he closes just a little down the back freeway.
Right. So green flag pit stops are going to get underway as Austin Cindric goes to pit road. Josh Berry also came in. Chase Elliott's also coming in as well. Good handful of these folks have experience getting on pit road with this track.
The other thing you might be able to see is we saw those cars slow down. We had accidents at places like Vegas where cars were trying to slow down.
Chase Elliott coming in.
There'll be some contact. This car's trying to get pit road. Danielle.
The 9 is in. Chase Elliott. The last thing he said on the radio, I don't think it's terrible early in the run. I think I'm just getting a little. Yeah, you see the 9 on pit road at the 45 in. Tyler just told Energy really stuff.
Briscoe and Hamlin go duking it for the lead. Whoa, Chris Buescher just overshot his pit box. Kozlowski, Allmendinger, Suarez, Herbst are all coming in. Briscoe's coming in as Denny Hamlin retakes the lead.
Now, what a great run for Chase Briscoe right now. Tiny victory out there on the racetrack, so they're going to work on that 19.
Well, Ford's got to catch up sooner rather than later.
My car is getting worse. We go for the lead to P3. Tonight said, don't worry, we'll adjust him. He is off and away.
Corey Himes coming in.
Corey Himes making a stop. Inside the top 12. Here he is, Shannon.
First time Corey Himes is racing here in Chicagoland. He did do some of the tests with the guy.
Oh yeah, the O'Reilly Auto Parts and Cup guys. I don't think I mentioned this once yesterday or during the stream. The O'Reilly Auto Parts and Cup guys tested at this track months ago.
He has 37 laps on his tires right here, so he must love the idea of being in clean air. That last lap was very a 31 second. All right, this time. So let's see how
Hamlin pitting this time.
get around the racetrack. 44 is up top, nobody out back, so no concern. On board. Yeah, this orange box, very hard to see.
Hamlin's coming in this time. Box.
If you get on the pit road, does a good job.
pit road to that #1 pitch call, Marty. Yeah, well, Diddy Hamble was outside the top 5, Adam. He said, quote, "Only quit messing around."
Blaney's now the leader. Tyler Reddick. Oh.
There's something wrong with the 45.
Oh, crap. 45's got fluid. Oil pressure. Oh, wow. The 45's got issue. Yep, Reddick's going to the garage. Caution's out. Oh, yep, Reddick's done. Yeah, there's fluid coming out.
Oh, again?
Yeah, it was just leaking out of the front.
Dang.
Yep, you can see it right there. Yeah, that looks like an oil cooler. I don't think Reddick's teammates have to be worried about this.
But that oil cooler is just not an easy change. He had that 129-point advantage. They were second at Pocono, but he felt like they left some points on the table there. Outside of that, 4 of the last 5, they've encountered some kind of problem. I mean, you see it right here. It's just been a host of issues after, as you said, Steve, so many things have gone their way early in the campaign.
And this caution's kind of unfortunate for some. There are some unfortunate for others. There's a lot of race cars still on the racetrack, and it's got half the field trapped a lap down. They'll probably take away by.
Larson can get one of his laps back, I think.
Lot cars didn't come to pit road. It's Bessie in the middle of the cycle. It's Bessie. Byron is on the lead lap, and he's already pitted. And Briscoe's on the lead lap. He already pitted. They're running like 9th and 10th. So if you're running in front of those cars, you're okay. But if you're behind those cars, they're not enough to hit. So people are going to be trapped.
You know, the other thing is how that worked out through the green flag cycle and what that 2014 was able to do, gaining some track position.
Bad time to have a mistake. The 17th was at the front all night. They come down, they go from the right side to the left side up. Left side down, you're going to see right here, left front down up. So they do a nice job stopping and backing it up. I didn't think this was going to kill them because they're a normal green flag cycle now. It cost 5, 6, 7 spots on the racetrack, but now with track position, they eliminate his opportunity to get the waiver out. So this simple mistake on the left front is going to be very costly for a car that ran inside the top 5 or 6 most of the day.
Wave 8, the green flag cycle began, came down, had the miscue, and as you said, some compromised track position will impact how they manage things from here.
Yeah, so if you look at the cars actually on the racetrack,
oh yeah, look at all that fluid right there.
This is a top job. So you're talking about some burnt fingers.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
This will be time to give you our Kalshi mock target odds. Kalshi, trainers are currently marking Denny Hamlin's 54% chance to win the regular season title of an exchange we've had here in stage 2.
Yeah, so Dale pointed out, these guys will stay out. So Byron will assume the race lead, I assume. Briscoe, Wallace, Hamlin. Nice job by Byron, hitting a little bit early. Let's move on a little bit. So behind Byron in the cars, we should be concerned about because he's going to stay on the racetrack. So we got the 19, he's fine, he's already pitted. 23 above Wallace is already pitted. Danny's already pitted. Chase. If the cars will get further back, that's going to be an issue. Like, for instance, Bowman, he's okay, he's already pitted. You know, they'll cycle to the front. They've done a nice job of getting their service done. Anytime you think this is really bad, get a caution in the middle of a green flag cycle in Bristol or Martinsville. And it's nearly impossible for the top pit box to figure out where the timing of sport is.
Yeah, the ring.
Tyler Reddick, Danielle.
In the garage, thrashing on this 45 car. I just talked to Sloker Labby from TRD. He said something went through the radiator.
Your car back down and kind of see where the cycle's out and what opportunities you're presented to either get your light back. I wonder what car, this is just, me being crazy aggressive, but with Blaney and Bell, Bell might be able to make it to the end of the field. He was last on pit road in lap 97 with 29 to go. If he stays on the racetrack, he traps a whole bunch of cars.
Well, if he DNFs, that's going to be more points gained for Denny Hamlin, that's for sure.
Sounds crazy, but a little bit of an offensive move is also a big defensive move because you're going to trap guys down, you're going to lift the number of cars. Remember, he had those repairs, he lost his track position. It might be a net gain for him.
Well, Larson, he didn't go to the garage. He just stuck two laps down. He might get one of his laps back, I think.
Restart with old tires.
Round 2, the in-season challenge. We're in the bracket.
We got good battles. Bowman and Citric. We've had a heated battle all day long. Gilliland and Hostevar. We saw Hostevar get some damage. She's currently 29. Gilliland as well, though. Just had an okay day so far. Running on the front side of that. Briscoe and Gibbs. This is a battle at the front of the field.
McDowell doing a good job of keeping himself in the game tonight when you consider that they had to pass through to start the race.
Byron and Larson.
As you can see, Larson is 35th right now. And also, we are past the halfway point of this race. Yeah, Reddick going to the garage means another free spot for the 5.
So we got Todd Gilliland. He wasn't really at the spot where he needed to be, but coincidentally, the incident between his teammate Zane Smith and Carson Hostevar.
But obviously, this caution is going to jumble up the entire field. So Blaney is the leader. Christopher Bell is second. Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cole Custer, Ryan Priest, Zane Smith, and J.J. Yaley, of all people, is running 8th.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hostevar was in the media center this weekend. And his hometown of Portage, Michigan, is only a couple hours away. So he comes over to the Midwest, gets to stay at home before he comes over to Chicagoland for the race this weekend. Now he has 2 home games when he races in Michigan and here at Chicagoland. Cool for him.
I've been spoiled in this area of the country. I've been spending more time here after Johnny went to college near here. It's just, so Boston will always be my favorite sports city, but Chicago is moving to a quickly number 2 spot. It's just an amazing downtown area, all these little outskirt areas, each have their own little field. The fans have come out in droves. I mean, look at this place. Sold out grandstands. They have cameras galore. They have not had great weather. Today looks amazing, but the last 2 days, these rainstorms that have come through have been just terrific.
Chase Elliott might get back in the top, running in the top 10 once these top 8 hit.
There were fans here last night, and we didn't finish the O'Reilly race until almost midnight local time. They were still here fighting through the weather.
Yeah, it's a great market.
Chase Elliott will most likely be in 5th place once this race is over, or once the top 8 hit.
There were what, hundreds of fans in line to get his autograph. I was ready to came here 35 to work on this oil spill. As the 45 was pushed back to the garage area, covered the pit road with all kinds of grease and oil. So these teams are trying to make it as good as possible for their car to be able to get into their stall and have as much grip to enter and exit the stall quickly. A lot of work going on pit road. You can see right there, just
They're stuck pouring out of this race car and backing it up pit road. I'm hoping that we get this pit road open so we can cycle this field and sort out. Yeah, so the running order is driving me crazy.
I know.
I'm going to tell you, if I'm Reese and Zane Smith, I trust the guys.
Ryan Priest is running 6 after coming back from the garage.
Go get your wish. We're going to cycle this running order.
We're going to get the cycle. Who pits, who stays out, how do you manage it? The most challenging thing for us every time is when the caution comes out right in the middle of that cycle of green flag pit stops.
Here they come.
Let's go down to the Weismo pit road. Blaney and others coming down.
Yeah, Adam, finally a good break for Christopher Bell after that pit road contact a little bit earlier. You see Ryan Blaney right in front of him. Bell said, hey, the balance is close, but I have no idea what to tell you to do because we're in so much traffic. They decided just to put 4 tires on it here. And now see where they land. They think they're through in the top 10. And for Ryan Blaney, he said, I honestly feel like not much has changed for us throughout the race. And the end run way too free for Blaney.
Running in a short through as we reset the running order and get the restart with the come back. 25 laps to go, stage 2.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on, is this big enough? We should have music.
Says the 44 might be the race leader.
Feel it. It's the most powerful iPhone ever. On the best network. I should dance.
It's big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible iPhone 17 Pro on us. On the best network.
I'm gonna do a flip. Nailed it.
At Harmony, we don't see cars as things. They're really alive, loved. We buy them, wrench on them, and sometimes curse them. But most of all, we drive them. They get under our skin, the sound and smell, how they make us feel. Windows down, wide open throttle, it's what we do. Because cars are for driving, and Haggerty is for drivers. Get a free quote at Haggerty.com.
I'm gonna let you know a little something. There's a store that's actually a club with prices so good you'll feel like a legend. Ooh. Nice one, Alex. The value runs deep here. The community runs deeper. Come join us. Sam's Club.
Got a chicken nugget. I'm disappointed.
Wow, I had no idea how many of you would call me when I gave America my phone number. Over 85,000 people shared thoughts on the Whopper, Burger King.
Well, Yaley's obviously not going to be up there long.
Way better. In the kitchen, at the register, the drive-through, every time. Well, we heard you loud and clear, so even more changes are coming. Because there's a new king, and it's you.
Which guy? Cold and smooth survival skills. My watch is broken. You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
This NASCAR fans, it's the Rolling Stones.
Get the hell in, boys. We're going racing. On the road, good music.
NASCAR back in the saddle at Chicagoland Speedway, racing here for the first time in 7 years tonight.
Take a look at the votes, man. 19 votes tonight, man, not bad. 37% for Larson Elliott, 21% for Hamlin, Bowman 5%.
I said sarcastically during the break, 75 cars took a wave around. It felt that way. So John Hunter Nemechek was the first car one lap down at the time of caution. He gets the free pass. Officially, 17 cars take the wave around. All of this cycles back to William Byron being the race leader. Let's get another update from the garage and Danielle.
The 45 team, Adam, is thrashing in that last commercial break. The old radiator
Elliott
came out,
up
the
to
new
fifth.
radiator came in.
Gonna be fifth on this restart.
Now, I just talked to competition director of 2311, Dave Rogers. He said that is the only change we're making on this car. We are trying to get out as soon as possible. Here's the old radiator. You can see fluid is still leaking out of the bottom right corner. Guys, points as they run right now.
Oh, Larson got one of his laps back.
Denny Hamlin, you see the hole there. That is what went through the radiator and caused this entire issue. They are trying to get back on track as soon as they possibly can and minimize the points damage.
Yeah, racing can be cool. Something goes into your nose and into the radiator.
All right, here we go. Back to green. 22 to go in stage 2. Here we go. Oh, wow. Blaney and Stenhouse going up high. Damn, someone... Who's that? Someone lost a ton of... Oh, watch out, Bubba Wallace. Chase Elliott up to third now. Ugh. 3 wide back. Oh, here we go. Fell to the inside.
We were wondering how much damage from that contact up their road, but Adam Stevens appears to have that 22 up. Bubba's all still out in spots here.
Oh, Blaney looking to the inside again.
Inside the top 10, 3 wide here.
Oh, the 20 gets a little bit loose right there. Has to throw down the gas. It's going to allow Blaney to clear.
That's 6th through 9th. And look at Todd Gilliland, man. Blaney and Gilliland were some of our most recent takers on pit road, so I'm not that surprised that they're up there in the top 10.
Well executed night so far for me and crew chief Jonathan Hassler.
Yeah, that was Eric Jones who slipped back all the way to 32nd. Holy shit! And he was doing so good too, flirting with the top 10 a bit.
We saw earlier how sensitive it is. I mean, Larson had to get away from him.
Look what this cycle has done. Todd Gilliland running 8th. John Hunter Nemechek 12th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 14th. All taking advantage of this.
All those guys were talking about outside the top 20 when we began that green flag cycle earlier.
And then Blanky, who came down pit road, one of the first cars down pit road during the cycle, driving through the field up to 6th.
What?
It's going to be the time to be there. Put it in the trolley.
Okay.
Ahorita me desconectar.
Okay.
Thing, right?
Yes.
Did you remove the sprinkler and the stairs?
No.
On the front? In the front? In the front?
Yeah, on the side. Put the sprinkler here.
No, the one in the front did.
Yeah, the sprinkler is here. You have to remove it when you get to the outside.
There's nothing attached to the hose here.
The one that is,
There's no head.
you remove it?
No, there's no head on it.
I don't know if that don't.
No.
I thought there was a head.
Maybe I just removed it.
Just remember, three kids we have one now and the light one with both ears. The two are heavy. The one is in there is the light one, I think, would be heavy. I put them all in a jar. Peanut butter container.
It's kind of leveled out for him as he
Look in
rides.
the. And then be sure I put the head too.
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
In some of those stage points after
So those are just like that, just same thing. And the one when you happen to go out there, the one in next to the rotation on those plants that's blown with yellow, take the whole thing out already. I took the whole thing, half of it already before. But I'm saying it seems like to stay underneath.
Sweeping the stages at Sonoma gets a top 5
And it's easier to reach the roses, the three roses to clean around it. I would it long time ago, I know they do the boiling cover the whole thing until they.
This really suits Tyga's style. I was talking to Tyler Allen, his crew chief, this morning, Adam. He said he loves tracks where you can run up high, you can surge, you can hunt around, you can into his dirt background. He said, I want to go up there as soon as possible, and you can see
That's deep when I
Tyga
planted it, it's so deep.
right now. It's been a great night. It's been 10 races since that first Cup Series win at Bristol. His team knows it and feels like they have a chance to get their second win of the season.
The heat is in the front and the back when you close the window.
Chase Elliott right there. Blaney's trying to claw up into this battle as well.
Really hot outside.
Blaney has no real good front runs. He can
Wrong
practice
with
the golf run. He looked pretty good to me. Since the 10 lap.
Todd Gilliland's still holding on 10.
There's good speed in the 12 car.
The under I'm flying something chocolate with bread in it. So I had to put it in the jar.
I love Blaney on NASCAR Nation earlier.
The one in Chicagoland.
And features winning the 4th of July
Just
race.
potato here, going away.
No, I'm just eating it.
And his that day was in the race. That day was in that race. I thought his reaction was outstanding. What do you have for us, Marty?
I got to agree on that feature was just awesome earlier today. You know, I talked to Jonathan Asser, crew chief for Ryan Blaney, earlier today about some of their intermediate track performance. He said, listen, let's keep it in perspective. Yes, we did the tire test here, but 6th to 10th has been a really good day for us at the intermediate track. So a top 5 finish, that'd be a fantastic day for us. We still have some improvements to make at Team Penske at this type of racetrack, but caught the caution at the right time, and Blaney showing the speed to keep it up there in the top 10 right now.
Well, think about the tracks that are coming up. Short tracks, and he went to Phoenix earlier this year. We know how good he is in the draft. We got Atlanta next weekend. We still go to Daytona. So this is a team to really watch down the stretch of the regular season.
Another car watches that 20 car, Christopher Bell right behind him. They made the additional repairs on pit road, and he's made the most of it. The 7th there shows a little bit more speed than the 12 and possibly the 9. A couple positions for the 20 right here in front.
Look at the running order for Joe Gibbs Racing. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Briscoe, Hamlin, and Gibbs. And you mentioned Bell riding 7th, 3 wide here. I mean, that's a trio. You got Chastain, Logano, and Hocevar going at it.
You got 21st, 22nd, 23rd in the running order. No quit in any of those 3, right? Maybe perhaps there should be.
Let it go. I will not.
But it's so entertaining. A fan favorite, Hocevar. He's really becoming beloved. I'm going to tell you. You can hear it in pre-race anytime he walks around the infield, anytime he's near fans or on social media. Fans really support driving the 77.
When you walk around here and Steve, you were talking about the fans. and how knowledgeable they are in this region of the country, regardless of what sport you're talking about. But certainly NASCAR, when you walk around and you just see so many fans now wearing that 77 gear.
Did you see Marty told you?
There we go.
I don't know when they received that. He got the refund from Comcast. Did you hear about it?
No.
40,000.
Holy.
40,000 according to Lydia. That's why when she was giving you the money and it went straight, by mistake, it went to
William Byron has led the
it's
most laps now,
2,500.
42, going on 43.
She was gonna give it to you, but then by mistake, she handed it to me.
3 to go.
She asked me, did you get the money? Did I give you the money? I said, then right away, May said, you give it to me, she said, by mistake. And you said, that's okay. When Meg was told you,
Reddick's back out on track.
Well, I don't know the intent, okay?
Yeah. That's what Auntie Mars and TV just said. Comcast refunded her, I don't know what she said. She refunded him $40,000.
Really?
Maybe that's why she was joking before Auntie Mars said, do you want to borrow my 20,000? She was telling him one day, no. When I was mentioning it to you, possible that someone will bring it to the Philippines, I guess.
Stick with this fight. Maybe loses the nose as the 19 car drives across the
That's what they say.
of the aluminum. It kind of creates like a book weight of dirty air.
I don't know. How did he get that one? I said. I thought he was talking about the deposit from the apartment.
Final lap, stage 2 this time,
No,
Bob.
the Comcast, he said. 40,000.
That doesn't sound right.
It's not pesos, I said. No, that's in dollars from him. The one that when they asked me when I was vacuuming, did I give you, did you get the money? Oh, I had it. You give it to me, said me. By mistake,
Right, green, white, checker flag. William Byron sweeps the stages. Wow.
And so,
Well, they're trying.
there's a million people
Right.
there already.
All right, stage 2 results. William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, and John Hunter Nemechek gets the last stage point. Let's go. Yeah, I feel bad for Bubba Wallace and Todd Gilliland because their cars were tuned.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. The time and money.
We're pretty much catching up with the TOs at this rate. I mean, we're getting there. Hello, Jay the Rail Fanner. Doing good, just taking it easy this evening.
This is stupid. Their apartment, as I said. Hamilton is now worrying about
Figure out Rail Fan now.
paying the rent.
Okay.
That's okay. That's right for them.
I can. You can't spell American without it. And the Ram make this the summer sales.
And anyway, in 81, it's not
I can tow what others won't. Power through anything.
hard to drive.
Done it for everything.
But
And I can back it
it
all
affected
up.
her his knee because of her his gout.
Let the Ram make this the summer sales event because nothing's.
That's why they're leaving
Get
to
15%
Subic.
below MSRP for average $13,000
Brian has to drive
below
them.
MSRP. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited.
First, maybe I guess staying with the kid while Pina is in combating. And Joey just said he's having problem with his feet now. Well, they get carried away going here and there.
I've always come to work with a purpose. How can I be better today than I
Always
was yesterday?
eating
This
outside.
career as a crash officer has given me a joyful and content life.
Having the camaraderie, the family, and a job that actually makes a difference, that's what matters to me.
Our July 4th Buyer's Choice event is on now at the El Grove Auto Mall. Nationally ranked, award-winning dealerships where Sacramento car buyers stay. The El Grove Auto Mall. Our July 4th
I didn't recognize that the color of the Andrea dark one.
biggest trade-in value. Choose your biggest savings. Our July 4th Buyer's Choice event is on now. The El Grove Auto Mall.
What?
Sacramento's best auto mall.
It's the dark the color. But
I don't know. I can't tell at night. Okay.
All right, we have surpassed 100 laps to go in this race.
The neighbor is supposed to hit anyway. Yeah, everybody go, they work in the
American Express cars.
care home.
Straight Talk Wireless, an official partner of NASCAR. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
The apartment increased by 500 now. 2,500.
Yes, that's what she said.
Well, their house, their apartment is like a nice house, right, Cameron?
Category. He had gotten the one lap down.
Seven, 8.
Looks like their apartment is like as big as my own house already inside.
So 20 lead changes among 10 different drivers.
They just live in a big shed place.
It's going to be interesting. Final stage, a little longer than stage 1 and 2. And both stage 1 and 2 had early yellows, which shrunk even more. For our overall green flag runs were on the shorter side. You know, I think the longest we've had today is like 35 laps.
They stayed in the house.
It's aided him in sweeping the
That
stage.
they buy, they both.
He's got a great point. Now the question is, can he get clean and green? If that happens, does the 19, does the 11, can they stay close enough to touch to use those older tires? Talk about pit crews and how important they are. This is when they need to shine. You know, if you give up that spot, you're literally giving up control of the race, and you're victory to another team. So if they come off pit road first, they need to leave pit road first to be able to have control and maintain the lead and the clean air.
Last time Byron got a stage sweep, he went on to go to victory lane a season ago. So the race recap tonight, 7 cautions. We've been busy. About the problems from Kyle Larson, the spin, Reddick. Spent all that time behind the wall. What's the difference right now? 44 between Hamlin and Reddick at the top of the chase stand. Some good stops. Wrap things in stage 2. Anticipating the final stage. Heading down the Vismo pit road. Here's Shannon.
Chase Briscoe going second right now. Great point save for this 19 team who finished second at Sonoma 1 week ago. They're just trying to figure out how the car will change or how it will be affected if they get that lead in clean air.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Somebody needs to be able to arc that
I took a shower.
a little bit better. Danielle. You see Ty Gibson, 54, hitting now. He said with the sun going down.
Since I went to emergency just a week ago.
Alright, everyone's in.
Byron said the freeway show, all I'm worried about is a big one-stage check in that category, two-stage.
I'm like, I cut down the front, the sweet little front. Cameron was running in the front door. Just around me, everything I was getting home fun later on. And more of it than put in my butt. That's a good everything, but could have kept it, right? And if I know that
All right.
they will leave and TV, that's good to do use it.
And JJ Haley about to lead another lap under yellow.
They just went, they cut down like this, like an onion, green onion.
So I'm back doing what I love. knowing that Vabysmo improves
Pero
vision.
gastar in my iPhone.
And there's a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Very hard.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, and uncommon risk of cardiac stroke or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist for any.
Now, I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
Trust the #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD and diabetic macular edema. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
Wednesday, Josh Gates heads to Rouse in Southeast Asia to uncover
If you
the
go to long
mysteries
answer
of
word,
the
my
several
fish and
as death
they're
jars
hard.
without
I don't know,
individuals
maybe let's see, obviously. Me.
technology.
No, I think that was chicken. I think that was supposed to be chicken.
Oh, from the long answer word?
Yeah, I think that's for chicken and shrimp.
Oh, that's chicken?
Yeah.
That's why it's hard.
Before the big race of the weekend, buckle up for NASCAR's high-octane prelude.
So I said, this is not the list of fish that I used to eat. That's why it's hard, the sandwich. But I prefer nothing with egg or sandwich.
It's the competition before the race, setting the stage for victory lane. NASCAR practice will qualify every week.
The dried bone in Manila Express that cook already and marinated.
Burgers and pick up Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus
The
steak.
marinated is okay, but
It's the best cheese. It's the best meat. It's
sometimes they don't
available
cook it right.
Arby's, we have the meat.
That's
To get any job done
expensive.
right, you want tools you're proud of. Tools good enough for the pros, but
I
designed
like
to be
to
easier
get
to use
fish.
for everyone. You want Husqvarna. Smart, reliable. Bring your H game.
Just give it to hang that thing, but you put him all in the back of the Honda.
Massive development in that second stage. Tyler Reddick loses an oil cooler, and that potentially has massive points implications as we move forward. Reddick had no finishes outside the top 15 in the first 14 races of the season. This will mark his fourth finish outside the top 20 in the last 5 races. So potential massive points for him here at Chicagoland Speedway. But the racing has been fantastic, and Bert, you're really impressed with that guy Ryan Blaney as well.
Well, anytime there's a loser, there's a winner. So Reddick will obviously losing with that problem. That was a huge break for Blaney. He did not hit it. That got him track position. Finished 20th in stage 1, just in the top 5 right now. What about the battle for the lead that we saw earlier? Chicagoland is really wild coming to this place. You see 2 Jillian's racing cars, Galen and Briscoe. Gonna split the 2311 right here with Bubba Wallace. Sid Abbott, William Myron said, hold my beer, I'll be there in a second to come up and win the next stage.
Absolute fantastic racing, Adam. Cannot wait to see how this thing wraps up, my friend.
I'm just glad that McMurray got to hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Y'all have beer down there? What's the deal?
Oh, that's not fair. We talked about the effort on pit road. Zane Smith did have an unusual tire. He was inside the top 20.
All right, time for stage number 3, the last stage. All right, Byron Briscoe gonna lead them off. Here we go. Time for the final stage. Here we go. I see you came across another rail fanner. Nice. Yeah. Ty Gibbs up to second.
Bubba right there as well. Gibbs jumping inside of his teammate Chase Briscoe. Racing for second as they come off turn 4. Second to fifth in a running order. All
Come on, Bubba, get up there.
Gibbs racing.
Hammond Bell. Woo! Whoa.
That's a pretty wide battle. Top 7 right there on the screen. Oh, wow. Squeezes in front of Bell. Bell going right back to the outside, though. Still side by side. I bet that radio was entertaining. Bell's going to stay outside here around turn 2. Down the back straightaway.
Nope. Gibbs and Briscoe duking out for second place.
Takes that spot away. The body language on this restart says
They showed the radiator for Reddick. There was a tiny hole that was busted. They're back in the race, but 28 laps down.
watch this slide down from the 11 up in front of the 20 right here, bottom right.
Oh, Larson.
He's still stuck a lap down.
Still side by side here with 20 and 11. Christopher Bell up high, Jimmy Hamlin down low. Remember, these are the two that race like this in the closing laps of the 600. And allowed David Swerve to kind of maintain the lead. We thought it was going to be a good car, but they could not sort it out. And they were both part of the battle as well in Nashville, Steve. We had an epic green, wide, white flag. Christopher Bell with the wrist injury now feels like he's on the way back. The full recovery. It was at that point that I said,
Who's next up in Cameron started something. Just dale through them away.
Challenges since that time.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's talking around with the dale and just going your way.
Take the air away. Welcome to the bottom of the racetrack. It's the entire side of the racetrack in the shade.
Yeah, we did the one with the 9.
That tends to be the lane the groove moves down as well as the grip of the track goes up. It's a little harder to make that high line work. This end of the racetrack still in the sun for the time being. I was looking to see where the fastest lap was running. Let's go back on lap 90. Close racing between Cindric and Suarez. I mentioned the 600. Well, there's the winner. Charlotte Danielle. Daniel Suarez in the 7th.
Suarez running 12th or 11th now.
We started 26. We're just going to have to pick them off one at a time and gain track position. That's exactly what they've done. From 26, Suarez is now 12th, getting oh so close to cracking the top 10. He is happy with his car, and remember, Adam, won the Coke 600 on Intermediate in May.
They slid back to 11th when you look at the chase standings. So it's lost a little ground last couple of weeks in that regard. Getting off run of the year, 31st, but staying in the game tonight.
Those chase games are getting ready to have some brackets, right? Like the first two have separated, then there's 4 or 5 other guys that are together, and then a couple left, right? We're starting to see some separations. When you talk about Bell and that wrist injury, right? He is trying to chase Suarez down. That's the next position up the road for him when it comes to the standings. You see on the left side of your screen, remember 16 advanced, but we really think top 10, even top 5 or 6 on the restart have the best opportunity when it comes to the championship.
Talk about Suarez winning the Coke 600. Corey Heim wins in San Diego. They're racing for a spot there. Heim up to 12 in the running order.
Look around Blaney here in the 12 car. Called us to the back bumper of Christopher Bell. He's trying to take that spot away. That's about his feet. The 12 with Blaney. Didn't feel like the Ford's been very good all summer long. Busher was strong early in the race. Right now, they're riding with 15. The only other Ford really up toward the front of the field is this 12.
Well, I think about Blaney, and I look down the road. Because you're third in points, so they're going to be great when you look at the reset for the chase. But we've also talked about where they are when it comes to intermediate performance. And you're going to have to be good on these mile and a half in the chase if you're going to have a chance to win the title.
Well, I know Team Penske knows they want to have their cars better, but they have to be very happy, Dale, to know that they got this man in a contract extension. I mean, what he does behind the wheel of this 12 car, it's not in question, right? They locked him up. They have their franchise guy. Logano's a great guy, multi-time champion, but Blaney being a little younger, and he just is the leader of the pack pretty consistently. Logano's there recently, but Blaney's the better driver. And I think when you go down to the garage and you look at how good Toyotas are and how all the Fords have been all summer, the garage would tell you that Blaney's better than anybody imagined.
I remember, Dale, when you and I talked to Paul Joe, the Dallas crew chief, a couple of months ago, and he just referenced the data that he has because he's an in-house guy at Team Penske, and just paid such a huge compliment to Blaine of what he's able to do with the race car based on the speed that it is delivered on a particular weekend.
I've had a lot of teams tell me about what the Toyota advantage may or may not be, where Chevrolet stacks up, where's this, and every conversation ends with, and Blaney's a driving machine, because they just don't believe that's where those Penske cars should run.
100%. Well, he's a student of the game, and I would say the same about Corey Hines, 12th right now, Shannon.
Yeah, certainly the youth of that Toyota group, and what a race he has had. Started 28th here today, and he's had restarts back in the 20s, but he has been making his way just outside the top 10. This team's been very strategic about the races that they put him in, give him some time in between each one to get ready. They actually started preparing for this one while they were working on San Diego setup. But Corey Hines told me today is about trying the top lane. He said, I've never really been very good up there, haven't been able to find speed. I want to go up there, I want to test it. If I don't push myself today in this race, it will have been a failure.
I like their approach, running every 2 weeks. Gives this young man a little bit of time. Remember, he doesn't run anything full time. He's trucks, he's O'Reilly, he's Puck, bouncing all around. I'm going to take a minute, too. Tip of the hat.
Meron Rowan your taste na.
Corey Hines got that win out in San Diego.
Did not.
Watermelon.
This young man,
It's
guy in the garage that you rarely see not in the good mood.
And you know what? If you're a young driver, he just tells it like it is. So you always going to know exactly where you stand.
He's hiding from the camera. Everybody doing even better. That's right, Booty. You can smile. I won't tell anyone.
It's hard to run 12 in a cup race. It's hard to do that. These young men is doing their cup job. I think since he won at San Diego, our expectations have shifted somewhat, right? Was 12th really a great day? Absolutely.
No, I don't. I'm fine up here.
The man who tapped it on the shoulder to come full time in 2027. I would say there's some similarities
Gibbs.
between these two.
Cameron going to third.
Mindset, approach, driving style, and racing the outside of Gibbs for third.
As we get deeper into this run, the expectation would be that the Toyotas would start to put a little bit of pressure on William Byron. Briscoe 8/10 back. Seems to be maybe closing the gap a little bit.
William Byron continues to lead 68 out front tonight for the guy that swept stage 1 and stage 2. 78 laps remain.
So we're in the club right now. How about now? How about now? We're always in the club because you can order anything you get, especially that. Why don't you order some Bell Light batteries and some sushi?
It's training in New York and training in the Philippines.
Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea fans want a smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Made with real brewed tea and a 5% kicker alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Xfinity wants their customers online even faster. So now they're offering same-day Wi-Fi delivery. Do you think you're up for the job?
I mean, I am pretty fast.
How do you feel about cul-de-sacs?
Just keep turning left.
Parallel parking?
Easier than a pit stop.
Speed bumps?
They're more of a suggestion.
3-point turns?
I'm a 2-point kind of guy.
Good. Most people panic on that one.
I'm here for the interview.
Tyler. Same day Wi-Fi. Deliver NASCAR fast.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right, and some people don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full.
Arby's, we have the meat. Harbor Freight Tools are working hard in real garages across America, like Nico's one-man shop in Illinois. He demands affordable tools that don't quit because he never quits until the job's done. Harbor Freight, built for tool people.
I've doubted myself more times than I can count. Heard every opinion. Read every headline. But when you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing. Who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your story.
Built on will, defined by speed, wedding to the concrete and asphalt that is our DNA. From revolution to evolution, traditions, loud, proud, unmistakable, free. One kick-ass all-American full-throttle weekend at a time. A place where those with the want to get to. Celebration of our creed.
Great night, Joliet, Illinois. NASCAR on TNT live at Chicagoland Speedway. Let's go back to Free Green and what we were keeping our eye on, fellas.
Well, the change of track is absolutely coming true as the sun starts to set. The lights are coming on. We still have 72 laps to go in this race. This track is starting to darken up with the tire room, too. When we talk about Toyota versus the field, it's really Toyota versus Wade Byron right now. Stage winner in stage 1, 2. Byron out front, keeping a pretty solid lead over Briscoe right now. Can he stay there?
Let's get an update from pit road. Here's Marty Snyder.
Convenient timing, Adam, that Steve is keeping his eye on this changing track. Ryan Blaney's been struggling with flat turns into one that calls him around the top five. Well, a moment ago, Steve, he just told you off the master, hey, we're freeing up really for the first time all day long. And he came back a second ago and he said, I think it's a track. I don't think it's us. So clearly that track change you're talking about, Steve, happening right now. So how critical is that next change? And also, as the sun goes down, it's getting a lot cooler here at Chicagoland.
Well, let me add to that, Marty. Not only is the next change critical, but we have seen kind of moving green flag pit stops, but then we got a yellow. When your car gets under green, it fires right back on the racetrack at full speed. Doesn't have yellow laps to heat the tires up and let everything go with the temperature. Your balance will shift dramatically. It can change the whole next run. Who guesses right on that? Normally you get the next run, stage 1 or stage 2. You get a couple tries at it. This may be our first long extended run with a green flag cycle. I would say that Briscoe might be Byron's biggest concern. Bell's starting to come into that conversation as well as he's got his car up in third position. Over the course of this long run.
I went to bed about 9 o'clock this morning. I ate breakfast.
Really good. At the right time tonight.
0.6 seconds between Byron and Briscoe.
Well, no deficit is too big, right? You think about he gets the pole from Nashville. He jumps the start, so has to come from the back. There's the pole at Michigan. Once again comes from the tail end of the field. Tonight had some compromised track position early after a cycle of stops.
Riley Herbst running 10th on pure pace. All right, we surpassed. We hit the 300-mile mark of this race. 67 laps to go.
So, it's more than a marketing campaign for Danny Hamlin. He's kind of not only talking the talk, but then he walks the walk when it gets into the race. You're seeing it right here once again as he drives right by the 20. Fastest car off the top 3 last lap, even with a pass.
Hamlin having a good night in the race car, and once again, his driver's having a good night on track. Obviously, Reddick had the issues, but Wallace up there in
sun is starting to set, obviously.
He really has had one of the best cars all day today, Adam. His crew chief, Charles, tonight just said, you're doing good with pace. He's told to stay with it, just stay with the car until the pit window opens. I'm not sure the driver...
The sun sets for Joliet, Illinois, which is where the track is at. The sun sets at 8:29 p.m. local time over there. And we are weather free for the rest of the week there.
So while you can give your driver some short-term relief, it's going to be a long-term pain if you don't get a caution. You can be on the front side and it will work, but I think you have to force your driver to run at least 10 more, probably 15 more laps to really get where you want to be. Hyde continues to battle Moving forward now, attacking Cindric for the 11th position.
Just in front of them, Riley Herbst having a good night inside the top 10. A couple of weeks ago, matched his career best in San Diego when he was
So far.
It's not just on the racetrack, guys. I'm looking at the pit stops from today. Bristol's fastest stop of the year was today. Two of Byron's three fastest for today. Two of Hamlin's 5 fastest stops were today. So these teams are figuring out the setups on the racetrack. Pit road's figuring it out. Now the question is, you can go too fast. The speed like pit stop, man. I just need a basic. Let's not swing for the fences. And as a driver coming off pit road, Dale, I know you want to try to get all of the chances, so I will be reminding you how tricky this is.
Yeah, so far the road is a big injury, but they'll be pushing to the limit here to try to maximize getting on and getting off pit road, getting on being more comfortable part. You mentioned all these cars that run in the front of the field.
Byron's now at 85 laps tonight.
Yep, they all have 10 pit crews. This will be a heck of a competition between the teams on the racetrack and on pit road. Into Briscoe on turn 2 exit. Went too high, gets right here in the wall. He's on the sidewall retired. Missing boards for quite a while. For a week.
Now, 2 laps down once again.
All right, Byron's lead has opened up to 1.3 seconds now. Jones has recovered to 15th place.
That's why NAPA is a trusted solution for electrical parts, tools, and expertise that keeps your business moving full speed ahead.
Ladies and ladies in a big 6 for $19.99. Careful, those babies are movie content. Hey, you're right, it's really not that. Oh, too spicy, too spicy. Big 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. Simply Safe does more than just alert. We stop crime before it starts.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. You're being monitored and recorded. I'm requesting police dispatch.
Using AI alerts, U.S.-based live agents help deter break-ins. Simply Safe. No long-term cost. Monitoring and deterrent plans starting around $1 a day.
With this unmistakable symbol of American freedom, the Statue of Liberty, a gift from France to the U.S.
Sounds great. But Tony Boris can use
The
that
statue
fence.
will welcome millions of immigrants to the U.S. for generations with the promise of a better life. Outlined all the way up to the torch, up through Lady Liberty's right arm. We take you inside this enduring hallmark of America.
Ah, what a day. See you
On the
tomorrow.
eve of America's 250th, sunrise.
Inside of 60 laps to go. William Byron leading. Let's do our credit one bank.
All right, I think we made it to the 40-lap green flag run.
Pretty easy to keep your eye on. William Byron, he is coming to this race, leading more laps tonight than he's led the entire season. Winless this year, they are looking for a great night, hoping to cap it off with a win.
Well, he was my pick at the beginning of the day. He's been a little more eventful than I was looking for with the damage on pit road, but Adam Stevens took the time, made the repairs. Here's Bell up the third. He's close to the lead of William Byron down to just over 3 seconds. 13 wins on his career. It's been 25 starts since we could victory lane at Bristol. Maybe he can ring the bell today.
We got a Byron, we got a Bell. I'm going with Briscoe, the man running in the second position. Finished runner-up last week to Shane Van Gisbergen, but this guy really has turned up the heat in recent weeks. And when you think about his performance on mile and a half, inside the top 10 in 6 of the last 8, not to remind you of this. He had a great night going to Coke 600 before they crashed out, getting a ton of stage points. Up inside the top 10 of the chase standings now on what Briscoe's doing here.
So drivers will be making their pit stops soon. Byron has now led 94 laps tonight.
53 to go, race of the year so far for William Byron. He's led 93 laps. He's up front here at Chicago. Kind of getting a read on the cars behind him. It is Byron versus Joe Gibbs Racing right now. All 4 Gibbs cars right behind him. And he told him, told him a moment ago, listen, you have a 4-second gap over Hamlin. That's the car they focus on.
All right, Briscoe's going to begin this final round of green flag pit stops. Right, Byron's coming in this time. More drivers are going to start coming in at a time.
And he'll try to cycle back out in front of the 19. We've already changed those 4 tires.
William Byron had a 1-second lead over Chase Briscoe when the 19 made his scheduled stop. Handful of other drivers coming down now. Here's the 24, Marty.
Oh, yeah, he took Rudy Fugle about 3 seconds after he saw the 19 on pit road. Knowing the advantage of those stretches right now. All the drivers in those Q3s for William Byron. Ty Gibbs also on pit road. Mike Blaney on pit road as well. All the drivers talking about how pretty the racetrack has gotten with 51 to go.
24 right side of the screen, left side of the screen. 19 of Briscoe, who's already completed his service. Let's see if he can do something about this. On board with Briscoe, up ahead, Byron trying to get power down on the apron. 1 lap, no tires, will Briscoe do the run? Taking control of the race. Later this way, the 19.
You know, it went the opposite way on the green flag cycle earlier. Byron was able to take advantage this time.
All right, more drivers are Denny Hamlin staying out, and Bubba Wallace, Corey Heim as well, Alex Bowman, Riley Herbst, Chase Elliott, Suarez, Logano, Gilliland, Busher. Briscoe going by on the new tires.
Yeah, pretty solid day for the most recent winner here at Chicagoland. He's really good at 1 and 2.
Looks like Hamlin's going to come in this time, though.
For Briscoe to Byron, all that 1 extra lap. But now he's to the 11, right side of your screen. Will come to pit road. He'll get his service done.
Cycles Bubba Wallace to the race lead. Scheduled green flag pit stops, final stage at Chicagoland. Pole center, head your way, Marty.
And has the advantage of that number 1 pit stall, which has helped him under caution, except for that 1 stop where the 11 kind of had an issue on that stop. Hamlin for the first time.
Denny Hamlin's in. Last stops of the day. Last stops of the race.
Looking at pit stops from the 19 to the 24, very similar. Rolling time very similar. He was all coming in pit road 1 lap sooner. The lap time was the second and a half faster than the other.
All right, Corey Heim is the leader. As Bubba Wallace, his teammate, Pitts.
Good years. He's down the way. Great pit stop for Bubba Wallace. 9.4 seconds.
Drivers in the pylon need to make a pit stop. Corey Heim gives up the top spot.
Corey Heim's in.
What a great run it is for this young man. Won the race in San Diego.
Briscoe will be the leader once things cycle through as Corey Heim is out in the way.
Yolan Crease going to have to make pit stops. And once they execute, it will cycle back to Chase Briscoe, who was able to cycle to the front. When you talk about those drivers that had made those green flag pit stops.
And Dale put the warning out there 60 or 70 laps ago. He said the 24 looked best on short run. Can he hold the lead? And he was able to hold the lead using the air, using traffic. But now Briscoe, James Paul, they came early because they knew they had to take control. Just what Dale's been pointing out. Now they've done it. That'll let Briscoe kind of set the pace. That's only going to make this 19 car harder to beat, who I already think has a better long run car than Byron.
Briscoe was just second behind Byron when he came to pit road that lap earlier. And now you can see 9/10 of a second in front of the 24.
And that's so difficult to do the 24, the leader. You know, because they're already on the early side of the stops.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't look good for Byron. I mean, he's had a great car all night long. It was the last time we've seen the Chevrolet run down in Chicagoland this year. It's been quite a while. As this track gains grip, drivers talk about this track coming to them. It's come to everybody. Everybody's experiencing that grip increase. Everybody's experiencing more comfort, more grip. And you see this 19 car wrapping right around the bottom, maintaining that 1 second gap. 44 laps to go. You just don't see the back going away on that 19. Byron's going to have to be perfect. And he's going to have to take risks that he hadn't taken all day long to try to drive that car a little bit harder, put his legs against the pain trying to run down the 19.
Cedric's had a good night. We'll talk about scoring points.
Anyway.
Also around the 70 for McGowan. He's going to make a pit stop. Found that this green flag cycle back in the top 10.
The curious decision in my mind when I look at the leaderboard is Denny Hamlin's decision around 4 extra laps. They must feel there's that much payoff on the later side of this tires because they lost.
Byron can still run down Briscoe.
Now you see your screen almost 9.6 seconds back. So, you know, they obviously have a plan. They know what they want to strategize on.
It's Cody Ware.
Unfortunately, though, he has to go through tie-ins again. Go through Blaney again. That's going to take tire life out of this 11 car. Good little run right there. Jimmy Nelson will try to get to the top. This 54 going down into turn 1, taking the spot rather easily, I believe. Tires maybe showing off just a little bit there around the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, it was Toyota and Ford during that time.
10 seconds behind his teammate Chase Briscoe. Who leads with 40 laps remaining. 5 for Bell, 20 for top 5. This is NASCAR on TNT. Live at Chicagoland
You don't have a Bishop, try a gear tap. No, that's Jess.
Elliot's ninth, okay.
With prices so good, you'll feel like a legend. Nice one, Alex. The value runs deep here. The community runs deeper. Come join us. Sam's
Yep, needs to hit his marks. Anyway. To 36 to go, or 37 to go. Yeah, Byron's 0.8 of a second back now.
Wrapping things here at Chicagoland Speedway. Next weekend, a busy one as well. Arc on FS2 Friday, 4 Eastern Time from Wyandotte. Trucks do battle there at 1 o'clock Saturday on FS1. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing under the lights Saturday evening from Echo Park Speedway, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. NASCAR on TNT. Back at it next Sunday evening. In the draft, our coverage begins with NASCAR Nation, presented by Darius at 6 o'clock in the East.
One of the best tickets in NASCAR. I mean, it's like, it takes a few laps. You can imagine what you see out the window when you go to Orlando. We talked a lot about Briscoe, Byron, Hamlin, all these guys. Look at this guy, 48. We're talking about some drivers that really gets things done tonight. Bowman obviously coming off of a win here many, many years ago. It's a track he's had a lot of success at.
I mean, this was Chicago when you think about what he did on the streets, right? He's when you're on both tracks.
Absolutely. So sitting here running in the top 20 all night long, really consistent. RT4 late in the race when it matters. 34 laps to go, sitting here with the top 5 right in his lap. Just past playing a few laps to go, we're out of the way. Trying to chase down the
Bowman is up to 5th. Corey Heim is up to 10th place. Oh, yeah.
We're going to continue. There's going to be a 7 races to go to the chase when we wrap things here this evening. Let's go to Aaron Jones. They jumped inside the top 16. Fell out the last couple of weeks racing on the road courses. But here he is tonight, and he's come back to 16, and he's +1 right now with Priest.
Yeah, look at this whole battle. I mean, this whole mess down here.
That's exactly what it is.
How about this guy? He mentioned the voice on the finger. 16 below. Having a really nice day, a quiet day, running 18. Just reminding everybody, this is an organization who decided to switch their truck program to Ram for that reason. And they do. Sherry was like, listen, we can't give you our club info if you're going to run a different manufacturer. Colin said that's going to be our plan. We're going to do it. Here's AJ Allmendinger running 18, and behind him, just back about a second or so, Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon, career start 300 in a cup car. Tyler Moore was joining Logano, sitting at 15. I can't express how bad off this car was this weekend. And no speed in practice. 30th on 5 lap, 29th on 10 lap. Struggled most of the year trying to get this car comfortable for Joey. He worked really hard to give himself an opportunity at the top 20. And then you got Stenhouse Jr. got was on getting fenced on turn 2 on the first lap of the race. I thought his day was over. But he's worked really hard. Sitting here in 20th right now, fighting this car in the top 20. I have a little upset brewing. I guess you could call it upset.
Bowman is 10.5 seconds back of the lead. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
To be a Gilliland advancement. Look at that on the left side of your screen. In 2 straight weeks, he gets a fire driver because he eliminates Suarez last week at Sonoma.
30 to go.
Head-to-head with Hocevar this week. The advantage goes to the 34 with 30 laps to go. But I don't beat that to happen. Hocevar take it down. Reddick in Atlanta, which Reddick's not going to be there. Too unlikely. If you just tuned in, Hocevar's defense, he got a little contact with Zane Smith early in the race that got him into the wall. The 77 is trying to salvage what they can. I'm sure this is damage to the right side of this car. It's pretty heavy contact. Hocevar 19 points. 28 laps to go. Briscoe's just putting all the laps together he needs. Yeah, he's got a comfortable second and a half lead now.
Bubba Wallace is closing in on Blaney for 6.
See that 23 car. Bubba Wallace creeping in.
Start, the cheap pad always seems to come on, and I'm starting to wonder what those tires look like that came off pit road on that long run. This set right here will be the longest green flag run we will try to put on a set of tires. I think, man, last couple of corners, Briscoe's lost about half that second.
Bowman's cut down to 9.8.
We saw him get through the wall there.
Remember the way he won his.
As he pushed his car really hard, he's starting to be challenged by the balance of the car. Is Byron going to start to close the gap? And that was my question about the tires. As they push harder, longer run, right there, you slide around. We've seen this.
Oh yeah, Bubba Wallace is right there.
Yeah. Blaine will hear about this on the golf course. Although they're two young babies, I'm not sure they're playing any golf, but they try to get out. I bet a part of the force of it, I'll tell you, the entertainment value is very high.
Yeah, trash talk, opportunity to sleep. Almost in front of Blaney. Gibbs back there in 8th behind him, Danielle.
Bubba loves his car. Ty Gibbs is complaining. They're asking him to try to maximize his lap time and manage his tires after they took a look at the last set that just came off on that cyclist stop. Take a listen to the radio. According to Letard, does that give you concern now with 25 laps to go with this fresh set?
Bowman is in 9.4 seconds.
We're back to 8. The drivers are sliding around. They're slipping. They're sliding. We were already on boards. And my fear with this intermediate tire is maybe they just doesn't swallow like the drivers don't. But when the tire rubber is gone, it is gone. And you have no choice but to either pit or slow down multiple seconds. But although you call this, Dan, William Byron's moved up.
Byron's closed up to Briscoe, so he's got time to run him down. Bowman, 23 to go, I think.
Says he's a little bit too free, Dale, but the interesting thing that William Byron's not played with all evening long is that when he has moved up the racetrack, you just mentioned that a moment ago, it's kind of tightened his car up a little bit as well. So that's what he's doing right here, taking out that free condition, trying to make it tighter by where he was on the racetrack.
Last couple of corners have been really good for Briscoe as he's got back to a second. And Briscoe will start to get some information from his spotter.
22 to go.
24 is running. If Briscoe notices the gap closing, he'll say, hey, where is he running? Where do I need to run? Maybe I can try the line that he's running and improve my speed as well. Now we're starting to see him open that lead back up. He's staying on the bottom of the racetrack, though. As we mentioned, the lead getting larger. Byron now changes his line. Try to see if he can find speed again.
Bowman's trimming it down to 8.6 seconds.
Right there in your screen, what is that, 25, 30 car lengths. Catch a lap car in the wrong spot, you can lose a second in a lap pretty easily. The lap cars are spread out pretty evenly, maybe 10 car lengths between them. There's no gaggle of cars really that's going to disrupt Briscoe's pace. We just have to try to get to those cars and dispose of them as quickly as possible. It's a good little line right there for Byron. 3 and 4. Like he can hit it every now and then.
20 to go. I'm going to close the voting poll with 10 to go. Well, this is the green flag, long green flag run I wanted, so.
Next week we go to Atlanta. Briscoe was second there earlier in the campaign. One of the grass last fall at Talladega. You're watching what he's doing out front, and then I go to Denny Hamlin right there in fourth, and the ground he's making up, hitting later, fresher tires.
They gambled on 5-lap longer runs. They have 5-lap fresher tires. Last time 5 leaders, 80s and 70s. Denny Hamlin was in the 40s. This time,
Bowman's now on 8.2 seconds.
9 seconds back is where he entered the racetrack. That's going to be a heck of a run over the last bit here. But as we keep saying, potential cords on these right side tires. Will a little bit fresher tires help the 11? And can the 19 and 20 get racing? If the 24 gets there, a couple laps side by side, they'll back right up to Bell. Here's Bell right here. That's a bad spot to be in. That's the candle. It's been years talking about. That's left over the bottom isn't really your preference. top of the racetrack and the line that they're running to keep your momentum up. You get slowed down running on the inside of it down these straightaways like this. Just costing you tenths of a second.
18 to go, the pylon showing the tire data that we were talking about. Now everybody managed that green flag cycle.
Yeah, left to right, how many laps I have.
16 to go.
But it's a great way to look at it because there's a lot of times we'll have split tire choices coming to the end of these races.
We're down to Shannon on the race leader, Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe not only looking out that back window at William Byron, but of course Christopher Bell. They just told him on the radio that the 20 is the best car on the racetrack. He's saying that he's looking for speed in the middle of the turn of 4 and off. So that is where he's got a little bit of a...
Oh yeah, Bell is 2.7 seconds back.
And not a lot from Chase Briscoe as he tries to get this win. Now, he finished second last week in Sonoma. Was so disappointed. Knew he left something on the table. This would be good redemption.
Yeah, there were a lot of people last Sunday at Sonoma that felt like they let an opportunity get away because for the first time in a long time, Shane Van Gisbergen looked vulnerable. And Briscoe just was unable to get there in that final round of the race.
Right there, straight up for one. That was the one mistake late for running the van cost was the difference. Get all the way near the rear bumper.
Yeah, Sonoma is Briscoe's best track, best road course. Mm-hmm. I think we were there a week ago.
Second half lead down the back straightaway. Something happened in turn 3. It's those lap cars in front of me. Costing about half a second.
Yep, we got Atlanta, North Wilkesboro coming up. And of course, I can't wait for Indianapolis. Obviously, Indianapolis not going to be a night race, obviously. Bowman, wow, he's cut down to 7.8 seconds.
You know, they're all kind of getting squeezed back by these lap cars.
Josh Berry, 13 to go.
33rd, that 21 car, 13 laps to go.
Right in front of Josh Berry are two cars running relatively close together. They have to separate on the racetrack. They can't run the same line. So that blocks almost half the racetrack for Briscoe.
Dang it, Chase Elliott's going to lose on the top 10. Oh, well. At least Riley Herbst gets a top 10. He can get a top 10, I hope.
I almost feel like Bell and Hamlin are getting the best because once they catch the guys, they just go over. I mean, Bell is froze in on the back of the 24 car. Absolutely. You know, when the third, fourth place guy gets you, you kind of just give them a lane, but you fight for your lap when it's the leader. Bell is right there. You see it? That's Bell and Byron on the screen. The battle for second starting to heat up with 12 laps to go.
I'll see. I don't mind Briscoe winning or Bell. 11 to go.
And he can stretch the advantage. 11 to go. 1.3 out front. The margin for Briscoe over Byron, but Bell rallying from third.
This is what we love about the racetrack. Second lane available. Bell higher up, and he'll have momentum down the backstretch. Be a tough grind around the bottom. Let's see if he can get in the gas and drive up next to the 24. I think he has.
We're going to close the pole and this time by. There we go. Pole is closed. 43% chose Larson, 33% for Elliott, 19% for Hamlin, Bowman 5%. Well, damn, none of them are gonna come up. Gonna get the win tonight. Hamlin's the highest, the best runner out, the highest running driver out of the four in my voting poll. I'm not perfect, but that's just how it is. 9 to go.
What they're doing collectively as a manufacturer.
Leader in 90, second place of 73, 0.2 of a second and one lap.
What do you have for us, Shannon?
Well, they just came on the radio. They are well aware. Briscoe is well aware that that 20 is stalking him right now. They're also giving him some advice in terms of how to attack those corners. Listen in. Dale, maybe you could talk to that. What does that mean? Don't get lazy. What does that mean when you're telling your driver that?
Look at all these lap cars in front
No
of Briscoe.
crap.
I mean, they're starting to pile up in front of him. That's going to make things difficult. He can't wait on this. He has to try to dispose of those cars as quickly as possible. It's hard to close the gap even on that lap car in front of him. Can't drive up to the
Yeah, Chris. Fun fact about our front two run.
I don't know what happened to Hamlin, but he gave up 3 seconds of the last lap, so he might have had
Some wall contact. Yes, wall contact for Danny.
took it to top, just get into the wall. So there you go. Danny Hamlin's opportunity with one mistake probably got away to win unless we have a yellow. The 19 on the left side, though, split the lap cars. He can see the 20 in the mirror.
Well, that's not good for Hamlin.
That's what you got to do. Make those aggressive moves to be able to at least take a spot or two from the lap car. But again, laps to go.
All right, 6 laps to go. In the NASCAR Cup Series is returned to Chicagoland Speedway. The eero 400, Chase Briscoe leads. Teammate Christopher Bell and William Byron, who was the best car all night. Briscoe won this race on that last round of pit stops. All right, coming to 5 to go. Yeah, as you can see, the leaders are in lap traffic. Well, Byron still got a handful of opportunities to win this season left. Same with Bowman and Larson. Chase Elliott, yeah, we're good. Well, had a shot at top 10, but oh well, it is what it is. Besides Briscoe, Bell, obviously both haven't won a race this season. I don't mind either one of them winning. 4 to go this time by. Wow, Bell's closed up to Chase Briscoe really fast. Oh, wow, he's right there. Yeah, now he's all up in his mirror. Man, all this lap traffic is giving Bell that opportunity. If it was any more dense, Byron could have caught back up to them. 3 laps to go this time by. Bell's going to the bottom, but Chastain is there. And Chastain is the last driver you want to come up on in lap traffic. Oh, here we go. Damn, Bell's closed up really fast as we get 2 laps to go here at Chicagoland Speedway. Man. Well, they're giving us a run. They're giving each other a run for their money. Byron about to fall into the clutches of Denny Hamlin. All right, here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go at Chicagoland for Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell. To the high side they go. Oh, looks like Bell lost the nose a bit. Hamlin goes to 3rd. Looks like it's going to be a Joe Gibbs 1, 2, 3. Through turns 3 and 4. Chase Briscoe going to score his first win of the season in the NASCAR Cup Series return to Chicagoland Speedway. Let's go. Well, man. Well, Briscoe definitely needed that. That's for sure. And how about Corey Hyman, Riley Herbst getting top 10 finishes? Let's go. I think all the Gibbs cars finished in the top 10.
William Byron sweeps the stages and finishes fourth. And a great effort tonight for Alex Bowman to come home inside the top 5.
Yeah, don't forget Chase Elliott has 2 wins this season. Don't forget that. We also got a lot of opportunities to win more this season too. Wow. In his first start, Chicagoland, Chase Briscoe scores the win. And that's the Cup Series return to the track. Man, he needed this, that's for sure. Well, that's 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars that have won this season. It's only a matter of time before Christopher Bell wins again. The next 2 tracks we're going to, which are Atlanta and North Wilkesboro. He's won there. I mean, Bell's won at Wilkesboro in the All-Star race, but you get the point. Let's go Chase Briscoe. Oh, wow. Man, Chase Briscoe about to hit a milestone start too. I think next weekend he'll celebrate his 200th Cup start, I think. Man, time's flown by for the driver, the number 19. Well, I hope Chicagoland, Chicagoland better not leave the schedule. Well, it better be on the schedule next year, that's for sure. Man. Well, Bell's opportunity's coming this year, that's for sure. It's only a matter of time. Wow. What a drive for Chase Briscoe. And they're playing copyrighted music. I'll take a Chase Briscoe win any day. Yep, that's 6 career wins now for Chase Briscoe. Oh, it's his 196th start.
And to do it on your Chief's birthday. Today is James Small's birthday. You told me for the last few weeks it's been frustrating watching your teammates win. What is it about James Small? What has he meant to your career to get you back to your winning ways?
Yeah, James is maybe about the 2 most polar opposite people in the world. And he just stays on me. He makes me be perfect each and every lap. And just does such a great job of keeping me honest. So, yeah, he told me if I win today, I can get some chocolate. So I'm pretty fired up with that.
Okay, we're back in Chicagoland. A fantastic race, Chase. What was the difference battling your teammate Christopher Bell, who had 2 lap pressure tires than you? How were you able to hold them off?
Yeah, just I kind of got lucky. My lap bars honestly kind of worked out. I was struggling pretty bad, and Christopher was certainly coming in. And out of all the people racing it, I knew Christopher was going to be clean with me. So, yeah, just great that JGR ran well. I don't know if we were third, fourth either. But, yeah, just really fun race. I felt like that was about as good of a race as you can get. Just run the cat and mouse game. We're slipping the flat around. Hopefully you can see that on TV. And, yeah, just once again, thank you to all you guys. So excited to be back in Chicagoland. Hopefully we can do that.
Chase Briscoe's a Midwest boy, right? The Hoosier gets it done here
Nope.
tonight at Chicagoland.
Yeah, he will do it later this month at the Brickyard. This is pretty close for Chase Briscoe. Probably 5-6 hours from Mitchell, Indiana.
I'm
And you talk about the win and what it does for him in regard to the standings up to 8 seed.
Yeah, start at the top, right? This is a little cooler because Hamlin's breathing room. But behind Blaney, it is starting to stack up that move right there.
Well, Denny Hamlin's point lead over Tyler Reck is now 44 points. Hello, Rio the Rail fan. So you returned to Oregon Friday. You were there in SoCal for 2-3 weeks. Oh, okay. Yep, you're going to see a lot of BNSF Metro League action down there, that's for sure.
All things considered. But yes.
Yeah,
Like I said,
finally won one.
What?
I said, finally he won one.
Yeah. Well, 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars have won. All right, take a quick look through the results. So Joe Gibbs finishes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Hamlin got third there with 2 to go. Yeah, Byron slipped to 4th. Bowman 5th. Bubba Wall 6th. Ryan Blaney 7th. Ty Gibbs 8th. And how about Corey Heim finishing 9th and Riley Herbst 10th on pace? That's the most random Riley Herbst top 10 ever. Chase Elliott 11th and Logano 12th. Eric Jones 15th. Ty Dillon 20th. Not bad finish in his 300th Cup start. Damn, Larson got so screwed over by... Yeah, that spin ruined Larson's night. He couldn't recover. Once he fell back there, yep, it was over. Well, Larson's chance to win will come soon, eventually, I hope. Oh, I've heard that street, McFadden Avenue.
If you guys have not already seen the race, hopefully that'll be a good race for our boys as well. You know, tries to drop them. Hey, it's also a Joe Gibbs Racing 1, 2, 3. Denny Hamlin did tap.
Oh, those Dago Manifests. Yeah, I've heard of those.
Briscoe holds on. Christopher Bell and wins the return to Chicagoland. That lap car was all victory lane, Chase Briscoe. That lap car was all in fun. And Alex Bowman gets a top 5. Congratulations. Let's go. The 42311 cars get a top 10. He got there, but couldn't. That lap car screwed him at the end, man. Hey, it's showing Byron is on the wrong lead for the Bowman. 2 consecutive top 10. Yeah, that wasn't bad. But it wasn't great. I mean, it was a good one. I just wish I just kind of race. Yeah. I mean, I had fun with this one. I'd probably give it like a 6.5 or a 7. Yep. 15. I'll take it though. Yeah, it's right behind pit road. SVG's a Kiwi, not a... NASCAR live racetraction stream here on the channel. Chicagoland. I mean, obviously, I'm excited it's back on the schedule, and I really hope it does. It does come back, and we're looking at the point standings right now. Reddick, is now down 40 to 44 points. Blaney minus 113. Jones is back in the chase. We are up by +4, so positive sign there. Shane Gisbergen still maintains his.
So Chase Briscoe led the second most laps tonight. He led 51 laps. Man, Byron led 94. Just wasn't enough. I think he used up his stuff at the end. Yeah, it is going to be a survival next weekend at Atlanta, especially with how crazy with the way they're racing there. So yeah. Oh, okay. So I see they're doing victory lane on the front stretch. Chicagoland rather behind the pit road area. But you know what? It's kind of cool they do it on the front stretch. So yeah. So NASCAR Cup Series back at Chicagoland. I mean, there's next year when they come back here. I hope if Chicagoland is on the schedule next year, I hope they use the higher horsepower package and get rid of that diffuser or whatever it's called. And maybe we might see a little bit more passing. We saw some passing tonight. It could have been a lot better. I mean, dirty air is kind of a thing, but not really. I mean, to be fair, Christopher Bell was able to run Briscoe down, so dirty air wasn't all king, but that lap car kind of screwed him. Overall, we didn't really see a lot. We didn't see any tire failures today. We just saw a driver have an issue in which something went through their radiator. We saw some wrecks here and there. Um, and yeah, the Hendrick cars were obviously fast tonight, but Joe Gibbs was right there with them. Thought it was going to be Byron's night. He obviously hasn't won a race this season. And then as the race went on, the Toyotas for Joe Gibbs in 2311 started to show up. And then it became a mixed bag at the front between Hamlin, Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, and so forth. So, yeah. On that last stop, we saw drivers try strategies too. I mean, there are times where I wish the cautions fell a certain way so that way green flag pit stops could happen all the way through, but nothing much more you can do. Yeah, Briscoe won that race on that last round of pit stops. He was able to leapfrog the 24. And then at the end, I think Byron just used up his stuff. I mean, he kept him within his sights, though. Don't get me wrong, but towards inside 15 to go, yeah, I think that's when Byron used his stuff up. Allowed the 20 and 11 to get by. So yeah, and at the end of the day, Briscoe holds on for his first win of the season at none other than Chicagoland Speedway. Yeah, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, their NASCAR careers, their Cup career started the years after Chicagoland left the schedule the first time. But yeah, anyways, take a quick look through the results. Briscoe, Gibbs 1, 2, 3 with Briscoe on top, Bell second, Hamlin third, William Byron fourth, Alex Bowman fifth, Bubba Wall sixth, Blaney seventh, Gibbs eighth. And man, 2311 Racing had a great night tonight. 3 of their 4 cars finished in the top 10 with Corey Hyman ninth and Riley Herbst 10th on pure pace. Chase Elliott, hope we were gonna have a car capable of winning or having a top 5, top 10 finish, but just wasn't enough. So we have to settle for 11th. Logano 12th, man. Could be. Hope one day he can turn things around. Chastain 18th. Again, Ty Dillon 20th in his 300th Cup start. SVG 25th. Back here.
At least he was in the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, Larson, yeah, he finished 34th. Yeah, that spin and him getting trapped a lap down amongst, because every time he got lapped, he would get lapped before a caution comes out, and the way the cautions fell and the length of the green flag runs hurt his shot. At least the car was clean at least. Then of course Reddick, man, his point Hamlin's points lead would have been under 10 if Reddick hadn't had that issue with the radiator. And then for Hill and Zilish, just another what could have been race for them. So yeah, I hope Chicagoland definitely has to be on the schedule next year. And if they want to bring back the Chicago Street Course, they're gonna have to axe a race with two races. Like axe one of the Phoenix or Darlington races, and also give Dover its Cup points race back too. Run the All Star race somewhere else, like Bowman Gray or something. Anyways, with that said, happy belated July 4th. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Congrats to Chase Briscoe. He definitely needed that after coming up short last week at Sonoma. And also, yeah, he just after seeing his teammates Hamlin and Gibbs win, he really, really needed that win. Well, it's only a matter of time for Bell wins, and then we can have a season in which all 4 Gibbs cars have at least 1 win or more. Same thing goes for the Hendrick guys too. And again, we're at the halfway point of the season. Only 8 races to go until Daytona, which is the last race of the regular season, and then the chase begins. And yeah, Eric Jones, mom, he's above the cutoff line now. He's safe for now. Yeah, he would have to win next week or within the next 8 races to do something. So, yep, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, Briscoe really need this win, much needed win. It's his 6th career Cup Series win. Who knows what Atlanta will have in store for us, but again, I'm really happy to see Chicagoland Speedway back on the schedule. And again, I hope it will be on the schedule next year. This is a guarantee now after watching this race. If they're gonna bring back O'Reilly and Cup, you might as well bring the Truck Series back too. So yeah, then we can have a triple header weekend. Anyways, with that said, great race tonight. Obviously, it wasn't. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great. It could have been. It could have been the worst race of all time. That's for sure. So yeah, and of course, a lot of work needs to be done uh, with these cars for the long run. So yeah. Anyways, with that said, I will see you all next weekend for Cup and O'Reilly at Atlanta and for the Truck Series at Lime Rock Park. And until then, have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will see you all next weekend. All right, bye everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. That said, have a good one, stay safe, and peace out, y'all.